Hey guys, and welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome into tonight's live. How is everybody doing? The day before the 4th of July. We're almost there. Has anybody seen any fireworks yet? Any fireworks for the dogs? You know, cats to be scared of, kids? Well, my name's Tanya. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, we do talk about true crime and apparently other things tonight. We had to, I guess, interrupt our broadcast to do another broadcast. I was going to do this last night and then I didn't. And then it blew up kind of like I thought it was going to. And here we are. So how's everybody doing before we get started? Hey, baby girl. It seems like I just saw you. I was in Jones's chat earlier. That's why I was like, I couldn't, like, I was trying to get over here and I'm over there listening. I'm trying to take notes and she's covering the same thing. And I'm like, what did you hear? Say what? Hey, Mary Beth. Hey, Cheryl. You can always count on me not to lie to y'all about where I've been. Okay. I was just reading the chat. I thought I'd make sure everything's okay. Hey, DM. Making pot salad and mac salad for the grill tomorrow. Ooh, potato salad, not pot salad. I gotcha. Potato salad. I was like, what's pot salad? I don't know if I want to try that. Try not to eat it, but it's so good. Well, you should have a little. I'm just reading the chat as I go along. Hey, Ladybug. I'm getting there. Is it Hiromi? Hiromi, no? Is it Hiromi? Oh, look at your cat. It's a fluffy one. I had a fluffy cat growing up. I had a Himalayan. It's talk about fluffy. That thing was a fur ball. It was a fur ball. She was so beautiful, though. Mary Beth, do y'all play any games on your phone? If so, what games? I don't even know what they're called, but I play, oh my gosh, I play like 4 different games on my phone. And I don't know why. I never used to be a phone player. But you best believe I'll be playing some games on my phone. And it's like a routine that I have. Like I have to just in the morning, just let me play my games and leave me alone, okay? I shouldn't because, those things cost money. Because you can't help it. Can't help it. But welcome in, everybody. Like it says right there, like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hey, Ashley Higgins. How are you doing? Hey, Ert. And Wanda, we got Wanda coming in. We got Stephanie in here. Welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you. Hey, Cat's Life. Well, there's Chosen. Well, hello. Hello, Chosen. How are you doing? How you doing, buddy? You got a new picture. Oh, I like it. You look so handsome. Hey, Tammy. Hey, baby girl again. I like your new picture. It's very nice. Hey, Beam. Hey, Alicia. Hello, Australia. Oh, I bet it's beautiful there. I bet it is. I follow somebody that's a creator from Australia. Hey, Catherine. I don't know if I said hi to you. Spirit Junkie, welcome in. Fireworks starting in the east. Yeah, see, I'm on East Coast, and they have fireworks starting like right in the beginning of July, maybe the end of June. My dad would be out there lighting them off. We lived in a housing development. We weren't supposed to do that. He went and bought this was back in the 90s. So $400 or $600 or something worth of fireworks was probably on today's money, like $2,000 or more. And my mom almost passed out. I remember him coming home with them. They lasted him for years though. He didn't do them all at once. Oh, I'll let you know. Hey, Mo. Listen, kids, it's 72 watching. Let's give it a 7. Oh, thank you. Yeah, give it a like. I am having a good day. It's been a really good day. It's been a really good week. Today, the weather wasn't as good as the last 2 days. There wasn't the sun as much, but it was still beautiful out. I've been working out. I've been going to the pool. I've been trying to get out, out and about, smell the flowers, smell the roses, those things. But we'll go ahead and we'll get into tonight's coverage because it's a lot of bull crap. But hey, Miss Sonia. But I wanted to bring it to everybody's attention because everybody needs to hear it. I was even hearing even more things. Did I say hi, Miss Rosebud? If I didn't, hi. I think I did. But then there was even more stuff coming out about other creators and what they've been doing. And so my brain is full. So hopefully my notes will help me. Because I was taking notes while I was listening to other lives. I'm trying to figure out my own life. But I did release the podcast. So the podcast before we get started for Idaho, for the season 2 podcast, Idaho Massacre, I'll have that out. I put the first one out tonight. I thought that I scheduled it for this afternoon. I thought I just hit go ahead and public the video. And I didn't. I was at the last step. I forgot to hit the okay. So it came in late, so it might not have hit the algorithm right, but I do have it out. So if you guys want to watch this, season 2, part 1, episode 1, it's on my playlist right now. And it's a pre-recorded, so it's just the podcast. I'm not talking in between. So I do it for the people that can't, come for the lives. And I did that also for season 1. So if you want to watch it, it's in the playlist as well. So, we have a lot to cover. So put a 1 in the chat if you guys heard about what happened on Granny's Watching's panel the other day with a guy named Little Smoke. And this panel was it this morning? Just y'all, man, my days are running together. I'm going to take a day off here soon so I can recharge. 1 day ago. So yesterday. And I love her background. She needs to tell me how she does it. I'm going to be mad. Is it Saint? I don't know. STL Mo Weather Share. I was trying to say it, but I don't know. 1. Okay. 1. Okay. Some of us do. 0. 1. Nope. Been busy. That perfect answer, Spirit Junkie. That's beautiful. Nope. Been busy. Yes. Motor City Dog, I agree with you. I agree. That's why we do other cases on this channel. If it weren't for other cases, I couldn't imagine being somebody that comes on here every single day and talks about what's going on in Sebastian's case. Do you know what I mean? We need breaks. And speaking of which, I've just got a crap ton of documents from the docket. Thank you, docket. He emailed me, well, he had like one of his mods email me all of the Crystal Rogers documents that are coming out, and they're juicy, y'all. They're juicy. Hey, Spirit Fire. So we've got some ones in here. Okay, Danielle's one. Hello, Danielle K. Tony, no. Okay. Well, you're going, oh, you missed it, Stephanie. You missed it then. You missed it. Hey, Comics Love, or Comics Love. Well, that too. Thoughts with AR. Yeah, you always give us the love when you come in here. Okay. So I'm going to try to show you guys this and let y'all make your own decisions in life. But yeah. So Little Smoke, if you don't know, let me show you a picture. This isn't a good picture. I had to like take a picture of my screen, and because I mean, obviously, I don't think he's on the internet. I don't know if he's on the internet. I mean, I don't know if he's on like his pictures on the internet or not. So this is Little Smoke. I don't watch TREV. He's just not like someone I watch. But I do remember. I don't know if it must have been the Maddie Soto case, because that's where this guy comes in, was the Madeline Soto case. And we all know that case, right? The little girl that was unalived by her stepfather, and now we're learning he was essaying her since she was pretty much a baby. That guy. So Little Smoke hangs around T-Rev's channel. This isn't the first guy to show up and want to hang out with TREV all the time on his streams. This isn't the first guy. The first guy we saw back in Idaho 4 case was Detective John, a detective, so-called detective that, because it's up in the air. I don't know. Some people believe he was a detective. Some people don't believe it, but he was on TREV's channel for a long time. And then when he went to go make his own channel, he said that TREV got really mad at him. And then they had like this big falling out. So you'll hear in a little bit, little Smoke here says it too. And who named him Little Smoke? Who gave him that nickname? Because my good Lord, he don't look like a Little Smoke. I don't know what I'm gonna find him another nickname by the end of the night. Okay, so you're gonna see all the red flags tonight. So let's see here. Yeah, normally, yeah. So tonight we're gonna kind of I'm gonna show you guys what's been going on in the true crime world. This has been going on for a long time. I've known about this for a long time. I've always speculated anyway. I didn't know for sure, but I had my theories, that some of these creators will lie to their subscribers in order to gain views, because views equal money. And usually if you have more people in your chat, that's more people you can tell your kind of your grifts to. You slip them in here and there, and you'll get more money out of them. So he came into the scene during the Maddie Soto case, and he decided to go up on Granny's panel. And when he was up there, I was listening in, and like all hell broke loose. I was like, what am I hearing right now? So apparently he had doxed Cluminati and her fiance Cletus, pretty much. But Cluminati, because that's who he's going after. But he doxed her, he's saying, because TREV asked him to. And it's like, well, why would TREV want her doxed? I don't know, but I guess he did. And I know that she did get doxed because she had been talking about it. Hey, Christina Rain. Hey, Carl. Welcome in, everybody. So he came out and he tried to pretend like his name was Rick Armstrong. Now, I don't know if you guys watch TREV. If you guys do, let me know. Because maybe, maybe you'll know of another caller that was, named Rick Armstrong. Or you may know somebody that sounds like this guy. Just listen real good. Just listen real good. Because it's crazy. I mean, it's crazy. So I'm going to use Granny's video. I'm sure she will not mind at all. Everybody's been using her video. By the way, look at the cat picture. with the watermelon. Come on now. I need that. Like in my house, I need that. And the ice cream cone. That is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh, good golly. I watched TREV for a point in time. It was probably, I think, back Kylie Rodney when I first came on the scene. But then I made a joke one time. Yeah, he is autistic. Yep, me too, for baby mom. Yep, I am too. I made a joke one time. It was literally just a joke. And I put it under my members only because I hadn't put anything under my members only in a while. So I thought, well, I'll put this under members only. It wasn't because I was trying to hide it. It was just because I hadn't put anything under my members only for a while. And so it said something like, because TREV came on his show one morning and he just didn't have a shirt on. He just, no shirt, like shirtless, you know what I mean? And I made the joke, I wish I could do that. Like, it was just a joke, you know what I mean? Like, it was just a joke. He come flying in this chat one night, right? Spit something out and I dropped the link and then he was gone. I was like, oh, he left me. So what's a dox? Okay. So if you don't know what a dox is, it is when somebody on the platform or a creator, a sub, whoever takes somebody's personal information. It'd be like you guys finding out my first and middle and last name and my address and putting that on the internet for other people to see. That's a dox. A dox can be, there's different kinds, but you know, a dox could be just like your name, first and last, your address, your phone number, pictures of you and your children, like things that you don't want people to see online, you know. It's wrong and it should never happen. Me personally, I'm like I own a business and stuff, so I'm not like real worried about if, you know, my stuff gets out or whatever. Plus I think it's on my YouTube. But there are people that don't want their stuff out there. And Clue used to be very not secretive. I don't want to say that word. What's anonymous. She used to be very anonymous. Like she calls her husband fiance. She used to not be on camera, not ever, not until Sebastian Rogers' case have I seen her on camera. So correct me if I'm wrong, because it's the only time I've ever seen her on camera. So she starts coming out on camera, you know, and like she's starting to, I feel like, I don't know, just be able to like feel a little better about her, you know, herself and everything because she's able to put herself on the channel. And then all of a sudden, as soon as she puts herself out there, it's like, bam, somebody doxes her. It's insane. It's insane. Hold on one second. I'm going to grab my drink. I may have to grab a water here in a minute. Hey, SG. It's a call in a dancer by the wrong name. Exactly, Danielle. Yeah. It's rude too. Sorry, I just took a hit off my vape. First time when she knows that. Okay. Oh, and I have a question for y'all too. Okay. So, TREV met Michaela, right? Through this case, through Seth, right? If I'm like, right? If I'm correct. So if that's the case, who the hell moves in with somebody after knowing them like a month or two and moves to a different state? Raise your hand. Oh, she was a mod, but that doesn't even count. I don't know. It's weird to me. It's still weird to me. It seems like it was all too fast. So let's start grannies because these videos might be a little long. I'm not sure. I'm going to speed up just a little. No, I won't. Maybe I won't. Granny's pretty quick. Let me see.
1 second to let you
She's pretty fast.
Hello.
Yeah.
So basically, let me give you the rundown on who Little Smoke is so you know. So basically, Little Smoke, by the direction of TREV, calls into TREV's call-in show to act like a guy named Rick Armstrong. And this guy, Rick Armstrong, supposedly was supposed to be good friends with Stephen Stearns. You know, the guy with 60 counts of, you know, on him right now of unaliving an essay. That guy. And so he calls, and you'll hear it tonight when he calls him the show. He calls him the show, and he acts like him. I've been knowing this stuff's been going on since the Idaho 4 case, ever since Bryan Kohberger crap. Ever since TREV tried to say Bryan Kohberger might have called into his show, I was like, no, he didn't. As soon as that video came out, I was like, no, he didn't, because I have common sense. No killer is going to call into TREV's show. I'm sorry. They're not. They're just not going to do it. Sorry to break the news to y'all. If you guys thought that, sorry, but no. TREV's dirty, and he's always been dirty. I've just been waiting for this to happen. I've just been waiting for somebody to say something because it needed to be done. So he's going to come out here, a little smoke. I don't know what he was coming on Granny's panel to really do. I really don't, because he just kind of popped up when she was like kind of talking about, she was going towards a different topic, but we'll listen in and see.
How's it going? How you doing?
And don't forget to like the video, guys.
Today.
Good. How are you?
Hey, so I've been I don't know if you guys know who I am. I used to actually be on a creator's platform a lot. I was a guest.
Oh, and he'll come up like his little bubble will come up in a minute. She just has to fix her screen.
Panel on TREV show a lot.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna drop her link in the chat.
He betrayed me, and I mean it was just the most silliest shit I ever heard in my life for the reasoning, because I deal with autism. I was diagnosed at 11, so I have a problem with like kind of understanding people's like, real true intentions or just like how they perceive themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And so I spent a good time on his show, as a guest, and people started to like me coming up, giving my actual insight of the case and everything involving Sebastian. And people started asking me to create my own channel because they wanted to hear me talk about the case a lot more.
And you dirty scoundrels, whoever you are over there at TREV's channel, you said the same exact words to Detective John. Why don't you make a channel? We want to see, your opinion. Well, you can see his opinion right there on TREV's channel. I think those subscribers were trying to start another fight. I think they were trying to start another fight right there. I think they were getting bored with TREV.
Right.
So
and now here's a little smoke up here. It's a little weird.
I was instantly betrayed. He said that
instantly betrayed.
Had all his haters on my show. It turned into something nasty.
He said the same thing to Detective John.
So there might be some people in your chat that might kind of know who I am, possibly.
I think they're asking, did TREV have you dox Cluminati for him? Did you dox
Put that like for me, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that was on the I guess TREV asked you to do it, or you did it on your own?
He asked me to do it.
He straight just like, yeah, I did it. Like, I'm gonna let you hear that again real quick, because that's, to me, I'm like, what? Oh yeah, and if Granny doesn't tell me about the cat down there and how you get the cat to move like that, I'm gonna like scream. Just kidding. I really want the cat.
Okay. And that was on the
Okay, so let me see where it's at.
I think they're asking, did TREV have you dox Cluminati for him? Did you dox Clue?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that was.
And I want to let you guys know too, little smoke right here. He had a YouTube channel. I think it was up on my phone, but he had a YouTube channel and it is no longer in service. He privated his YouTube.
It was on the I guess TREV asked you to do it, or you did it on your own?
He asked me to do it. He asked me to do it. And I normally don't do that stuff, but I was very severely manipulated into doing stuff that I didn't even want to do at all. Because I mean, there was gonna be backlash if I didn't do it, obviously. There was a lot of slandering going on. It was just behind the scenes. It's not what everyone thinks it is. There's a lot of dark shit going on, especially with this case, that I feel like they're all connected. And when I say they're all connected, I'm talking about certain creators, Seth Rogers, the Proudfoots, they're all connected.
I believe that. I believe that. I believe that they were all in the same house when they had their fallout as well.
Yes, I can confirm that. Okay, so there was a point in time. This happened maybe last month. It was actually my last time I was on his show. And he pulled Seth up, and you know, this is after he had already made the big deal about the whole purchasing a pistol, the whole pistol incident.
Yeah.
And I remember it was
You
very
can hear
weird because
Granny typing in the
he sent
background.
the link out to bring him up.
I don't know if you heard her, but you could hear her typing.
I'm like thinking in my head, okay, this is about to get bad and crazy. This is not going to go good. I don't want to be a part of a panel where I'm going to be arguing with Seth. It's not going to look good for Sebastian's case. It's not going to look good at all. I don't want to do any of that stuff. But he come up, and I noticed something off the rip that this was kind of weird to me. So I had been to his house before, TREVs.
Okay.
I went out there one time, got a bad vibe, and then never went back. And I noticed that when Seth came up, Seth was actually on Michaela's porch.
That's what I thought too. Okay. Yeah.
So
there's a video that Seth put out, and him and TREV, they're supposed to be beefing, and he's calling them out, calling all kinds of stuff out. He's recording that, right? Seth Rogers is recording that video, trash talking TREV on the back of Michaela's porch, who is TREV's he lives with her girlfriend. You catching that? So TREV and Seth are supposed to be fighting over Michaela. Then why is Seth at Michaela's house making videos about TREV when all three of them are there? He's on the porch. Yep. I saw the video. It's like that little brown awning. You can tell because of the flowers in the back and stuff. The potted plants, they're ferns. He didn't do a very good job of hiding his location. Yeah, the whole autism, that's not an excuse. I'm autistic too. It's not an excuse for none of this. None of this, nah.
I'm sitting there thinking, okay, I was like, wait a second here.
People know right from wrong.
How if these two are actually really arguing with each other and have a hatred for each other and exposing one another, why is Seth there? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Like, why would Seth be on the carport right now while he's in the house? Like, what's going on here? And then that's when I started noticing, okay, I'm not being told some truth either here. I'm being brought into this situation to where I could be the scapegoat and take the fall for this. Or somehow it's going to come back to me. People are going to say, oh, yeah, Smoke, you were involved with TREV, so this, and this. It's not the case. I had no idea for that even happening.
Your fireworks.
And yes, I will say this too. I do apologize for doxing Cluminati.
My dogs are both passed out behind me.
It was not something that I wanted to do. I don't support that stuff, but I can reassure everybody I was severely manipulated and doing stuff that I didn't want to do.
Now I have a question, because you said something about you would get back.
Hold on, Smoke. Manipulated how? I mean, he looks like a grown man to me, right? Sound, mind, and body.
What kind of backlash were you afraid of getting if you didn't dox her?
Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. I forgot. He just started his YouTube channel and monetized it like the day before all this too. So you tell me little Smoky Smoke wasn't over here on Granny's panel trying to sub poach. And if you don't know what that means, it means when a creator goes on a bunch of lives and they try to get those subs to come to their channel. I don't sub poach because I don't go on panels ever. I went on a couple last week, but that's just a couple in the last week. Before that was like months.
humiliation publicly. So
Public humiliation. What, on YouTube? Log off, dude. Log off.
there were certain individuals that would make content about me that were fake. Like that they would make fake chats to put them out on social media. That would
Like blackmail and frame you.
yes.
Well, I know
Yes.
Seth Rogers has done that to others. I know Seth has done that. I don't know anything about TREV, but I know
Yeah,
without a
TREV's
doubt
bowler.
that Seth has framed people and blackmailed people.
Yes. Just blackmail. I mean, just constant. I mean, sometimes even life-threatening threats as well. It would get that that serious. Yeah, I felt like I was constantly under pressure. I can tell you right now, I've done some other things I'm not proud about either, and I will go ahead and I will admit to them. One of them is I came on his show one time, and he had sent me the messages. I have all receipts for those, asking me to come on when he was doing a live about the Madeline Soto case, for me to call in and to pretend to be Stephen Stern's friend, Rick Armstrong.
That was you?
That was me.
You son of a bitches.
I love her.
Oh my gosh.
I love her.
I knew that was so fake, but what?
I love her. You sons of bitches. Because really, and that just came out of her mouth. If she,
Wow.
Strong.
like,
About the Madeline Soto case, for me to call in and
you
to
don't do that to somebody.
pretend to be Stephen Stern's friend, Rick Armstrong.
Call in and pretend to be Rick Armstrong. What?
That was you?
That was me.
You son of a bitches. Oh my gosh. I knew that was so fake, but what? Oh, wow. So
See, I didn't hear it.
that was actually orchestrated between you two behind the scenes.
By him. And he told me to do it. And
By him.
I didn't want to do it, but
He was just as a part of this. I'm sorry. I've seen like one little bit of a show with them together. You know what I mean? Little Smoke be loving TREV. He wanted to do this. You know what I mean? I mean, I feel like he wanted to do all this, and I feel like this apology was just because he got outed when he got up on the panel because of the chat said, "What about Cluminati? Did you dox her?" And Granny saw that chat going wild, and she was like, "What?" And then that's why she asked, because Granny's been doxxed before.
he asked me to do it so he can make more money and views.
Yeah. I mean, there has to be there has to be some accountability from you though, because you're not a dumb guy. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly, not a dumb guy.
I mean,
wow.
Well, I mean, yeah, I feel like a shitty person for doing it, because
Well, you should smoke.
I feel like always trying to help him, because it was always about him, always about making
Wonder if he was getting paid anything by TREV.
his show better. What I can do to make his show better.
Or do these people just do it for free?
So someone asked, was I paid to do it? Yeah. As far as payment goes, he was going to try to set up to get me more viewers for my show.
Okay. So just 5 minutes ago, right, he was saying how TREV was pissed off at him because he went to go make a channel. Right? We all heard that. Remember, he said, he said, whenever I went to go make my own channel, TREV got pissed off at me. And now he's saying TREV was going to go get him help him get subscribers for his channel if he helped him do this. Y'all, I don't know. I think these are all liars, not Granny.
Which, I mean, it's silly. It's so sickening to me. I ask I pray every day to God, because I feel like
that's a damn lie. Did he say he prays every day to? Hold on.
That's just sickening, and it's silly. It's so sickening to me. I ask I pray every day to God, because I feel like that's just sickening, and I hope that
Does anybody believe that? Does anybody in this chat believe for one damn second that he cries to God every day that he docks Cluminati? Smoke. Your mama won't even believe that lie. Good Lord. I cry every day to God for this. I didn't catch that in the other stream. Like when I was in with Jones, I don't think she caught that. Did she not catch that? 3316. I mean, damn, when you need a pen, you know? Oh, wait, why do I don't need a pen when I have a computer right in front of me. I just wanted to get the timestamp. Oh my Lord. One more time for the people in the back.
Was going to try to set up to get me more viewers for my show, which I mean, it's silly. It's
I think that's
so
the first
sickening
lie.
to me. I ask I pray every day to God because I feel like that's just sickening, and I hope that I get forgiven for it because it's a sin that it eats away at me every single day. But I mean, I'm not going to not ever admit it.
I'm sorry.
I own up to it.
Yeah, because somebody in the panel asked you, or the chat asked you.
I own up to it. I think it's something that's not right at all. It's something terrible to do.
An apology means nothing if somebody else had to bring it up in order for you to apologize.
But he has this kind of mob mentality to where all of his viewers think that he's just the saint. He does no wrong. He doesn't care about these cases. He's only there for a paycheck.
Well, we all knew that.
I knew money and the views. And I mean, that right there is proof. And I have the screenshot.
If y'all really thought the TREV was here for the kids, then I mean, are you guys, are you high? Because seriously, I mean, he's got the rap game in, talking about putting in missing kids' names and stuff and rapping about them. That's weird. It's just weird. The spirit box right there tells you how much that he cares about these victims. He performs spirit box sessions on them. That means if they're missing, he's presuming they're dead because that means the spirit box comes through after you die, right? So just think about that. Just be really careful when you guys subscribe to people. Do your due diligence. Go and look back at some old videos. Go into YouTube and type in their name, put their name in and scroll through and see if other people have made videos on them. It's real easy to find people find out if people are good or not.
Shots. I had the receipts of the conversation. Him and Sam.
Were you also the fake neighbor in Sebastian's case?
No. Nope. The only one that I've ever done was
I have to listen to that one.
The Rick Armstrong, and that was it.
He paused there. He paused.
Sure.
To say
like he was trying to remember.
Like that was it. Like that's about a little girl who was brutally sexually assaulted by her mom's boyfriend and then murdered. Like that's a big deal to add.
Right. I know. Oh, I know.
Disparity.
Yeah, I know, and I hate myself for it. Best believe. I hate myself for it. I'm disgusted with myself, but I wanted to admit that to you and to your viewers to shed some light about some of the corruption that's going on true crime on YouTube.
I mean, yeah, for sure. There's a lot of corruption going on.
That is not why he came up there. He was going to come up there and talk shit on TREV. He was. And then some people in the chat, I was in the chat. I was actually in the chat because this was like 8 a.m. or something. Granny goes live early. I was like still in bed. I was reading the chat. He's not doing this because he feel bad. He's doing this because people in the chat were like, didn't you dox Cluminati? And Clue's been talking about being doxed. She just didn't say who it was. I didn't hear her say it anyway.
Wow. So the fake mouse poop guy, that was all you. That's crazy.
And it says here, I hate TREV, but Smoke added to the idiocy with his awful conspiracies. So not only was he just, calling into the show, but he was on the show and he's over there talking to TREV about all these conspiracy things, all this woulda, coulda, shoulda, never will happen. Crap. I don't know how these people get so big, but TREV's hurting.
Fake mouse poop guy.
That's what isn't that what the guy was saying?
And I'll show you guys that here
I
in a
guess
minute
we're
too.
saying with Madeline Soto's case, like there was.
I don't remember that part. All I remember is him having me call in his show twice. And I remember this the first time I did it. He said, if I keep talking to you, I'm going to get over 100K views on this.
If you kept talking as the fake friend?
Yes.
Wow.
He said, more people want to hear you talk. Keep talking. 100K views guaranteed.
Hey, guess what? Oops.
And
I was, heard him say that, and I went over, just decided to see what the views were, because he's been on there twice. He was on there 2 days in a row. So the first day he went on must have been a hell of a show. Had him come on the second day, March 4th, March 5th. And what was I going to say? Okay, let me fast forward back. Sorry, I was grabbing my drink.
100K views guaranteed.
Oh yeah. Okay, sorry. I was grabbing my drink that was at the door. I added up the two streams together, and it came out to like 99,000, I think, or something like that. So he did get the 100K views. It's a lot of views. It's a lot of money off of a lie, off of a little girl's death. Not only is she unalived, but her mother didn't even help her when she was alive. She lived a terrible life, getting essayed. Oh, man. And these people don't, not Granny, but when I say these people, I don't mean her. Smoke, TREV, there's a lot of them. I can name a lot, but they don't care. They're not here for the victims. They're here because they want that pay. And, it's not that they just want, the pay from the views and the likes. They want you to give them their last dollar. I have heard creators say, even if it's $1, even if you just have $1 left, send it to me. What? If I only have $1 left in my pocket, I am surely not sending it to you. But that's what they expect.
Were those messages real where he was calling you like just an autistic guy? And
yes, autistic fuckboy. Yes, that's what actually happened behind the scenes. Everyone thought that he cared about me as a friend because, he wanted to use my. No, I was not Bryan Kohberger.
No,
I actually found that.
Rick Armstrong. That's the only one I ever did. I never did any.
I did my homework. And the lovely people at Hidden True Crime, they and their people did a little sleuth, and they found the guy that called. His name's Dymo or something like that. And this is him here. This guy here is the one that called in. And so if you want, I could put this link in the chat too. Actually, hold on one second. Let me do this first. Okay. That way I can keep that. Oops. And then that way, if you guys want to listen to this is from like a year ago. They were good at debunking some things, though. They were the ones that actually found the subreddit for the thread for the visual snow from like 11 years prior. And it was in a Tap a Talk account. Like, who the heck even used that? What is that even? Oh, that's crazy. Okay.
Anymore after that because I didn't want.
Oh, J is for Justice was asking, were you also Bryan Kohberger?
It was sick. I hate myself for even doing the Rick Armstrong one, but I'm not afraid to admit it because that's just who I am. I will admit to my actions. I will tell the truth. because, I mean, that's the right thing to do. He never will. But I can confirm you that I noticed that there was a definite shift in negative energy the moment I asked that question that Stevie just asked right there. At the house, I asked that same question, and I noticed that
about the money, if Seth gave Michaela the money.
Yes, about the money. And I noticed that right after I asked that question, the energy shifted. I noticed that I was definitely, I was going to get set up for a bunch of stuff. This person went on YouTube and told his viewers that I was a drug addict on his live panels. This is back during Idaho 4. I actually have a thyroid disease, and if I don't take my medication on a strict schedule, it can cause me to have seizures. There was an episode that he was filming of Idaho 4 that I was a guest panel, and I had a seizure live on his stream, and he told all of his viewers that I was a drug addict and doing drugs. Ruined my reputation.
Did you hear that?
By everybody. I lost all my viewers, all my subscribers. Everyone left my show because they said that I was a drug addict.
The dude is having a seizure on the show, live show. Did anyone see that? Was anyone live? Like, was anyone watching that live when that happened? I don't, as a viewer, I don't know what I would do. And I wonder what they did. I wonder what the chat was doing. They were probably all believing TREV and then just probably throwing that guy under the bus, and he was done. He was having a freaking seizure. Now I feel bad for him about that, but you know what I mean? But woohoo! Dang. Karma.
TREV. And then you became friends.
That karma, man. She be working in mysterious ways too. She does. You don't mess with the child.
Friends with him again. Ask her that after that.
Yeah.
You or your buddy TREV. TREV is the one. TREV is the catalyst too. So let's not forget who the master of all this planning is. It's not Smoke. Obviously, he couldn't plan anything. Couldn't plan his way out of that paperback. It was TREV. It's TREV that's getting the money and the views and the recognition and the clout.
Too.
And this guy
had a seizure on a live show, and to immediately watch the chat completely eat you up and say, why is he on drugs? Why are you letting a drug addict on your show? It just blew my mind.
And he knew you had underlying medical issues?
Oh yeah. And he also messaged me after and said, hey man, I can't be letting you up on my stream anymore because people are saying that you're nodding out and you're a drug addict. And I'm like, dude, I was having a fucking seizure, man. What are you talking about? He's like, nah, man, I've had people come to me and tell me all this. And that part was all lies. He just wanted to get me off his show. I was embarrassing him. But the moment he realized that he could benefit off of my autism to benefit from on his show to make more views and more money, because now he has this alleged best friend that can relate to the Sebastian situation. I've got a best friend that has autism too. So now
I have autism, everyone. Come watch me. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard, Smoke. But I'm sure he did use it. I'm sure he was like, my best friend's autistic. Like, and I'd say, and? Are we going to talk about Sebastian? Like, and?
I can use him on my show.
I'm sorry, but that's not relatable. You know what I mean? That's not like it is, but it's not. It's not like where you could be like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
As a guest and get more views.
My best friend's brother has it.
Sometimes he would, put in the tags autism.
People are all different.
And I mean, it was just so cringe. So cringe.
Why did
he also put possible of sighting, and it had Sebastian's picture on it for 9 days straight when there wasn't any update.
Why did you allow him to use you?
People still watched it. 3,000 people in there, y'all.
Thank you.
Honestly, so
all my people be lucky. You guys don't watch
him years and years ago. I've known him since 2013.
Right? Like, I think he liked the clout and like the attention.
I knew a lot of people in the rap game that he was associated with, and I admired his skills. I became good friends with him, But I noticed.
Like, sorry. Go on.
I mean, at the time, and I mean, I noticed that he was coming off as a decent person, but then there would always be something with this guy. There would always be something with him where he would, have a reason to stop talking to me or to start drama with me for some odd reason. And it always escalated that. And I kept asking myself, why am I always giving people all these chances? Like right now, I'm really good friends with his brother, his real life brother. Okay. I've never had any arguments with his brother. I've had a great friendship with his brother. I've had a great friendship with his father. But, him, it's always been just the run of the mill. It's always been, me
I have that.
being scrutinized for my character so he can make money or views. And the moment I ask questions about if it was true that a certain individual gave Michaela $12,000, I noticed that both of their energies completely changed. Almost to a point to where it felt like that, why is this guy asking all these serious questions? Why does he want to know this truth for? Like, they weren't going to tell me yes or no, obviously.
I have a text message.
I could just tell by
between the
body
two of
language
them.
that it was 100% true.
Forgot about that.
That he gave $12,000 to Michaela.
What caused the fallout for you two?
Okay, so I was on his show one night and we wrapped it up. I've had a lot of his viewers. They all told me that I should make my own show as well because people were interested in hearing my opinions on some of these cases and stuff. And so I created my own true crime channel. And I feel like that was kind of pissing him off because he didn't want me getting viewers at all on my own. And so we wrap up the show. People asked me if I would go live that night. I said, yeah, I'll go live on mine.
I don't know if you guys can read this, but TREV, you can see the picture of him and his girlfriend there, Michaela. He's going to be in the gray, and then our dude, Smokey Smoke's going to be in the blue. And it says, bruh, I dare you to call in and pretend you're his friend from high school. I'll fall out of my chair. And he puts LMFMLAO, laugh my ass off, bet. What's his friend's name? Make up one, laugh out loud. Say you don't want to be known. I'll say you emailed me, laughing my ass off. You got to change your voice, though. Bro, I got you. And then I don't know when he sent this, but it says, they know Smoke. And I think that was later on. And I think that's when people probably started catching on. I forgot I had this since last night. This happens to me all the time. I have stuff in my phone that I'm like, I was just going back and I was like, oh, dang, girl, how many pictures you got in here? I've been putting a lot on TikTok too. So if you're not following me over there, make sure you're following me on TikTok at Titanium Built, because I do go over there and I post daily now, sometimes twice a day. Okay, that's just okay. The chat was catching on, Melissa. That I figured, right? Soggy Cheetahs, where is he? So let me play this again for us. And yeah, that's the tag.
So I went live on mine. I'm maybe 20 minutes in. I had two guests come up, spending their ideas and stuff. And I had then I noticed that someone said, hey, have you seen your chat? Because usually if I'm in the middle of like a panel or something and I have two guests on or something and we're into like getting really into the subject matter, I don't pay 100.
I heard the rumor on the street is, and this is the rumor on the street, is that he paid $12,000 to save Michaela's home.
100% attention to the chat.
Seth did. I'm sorry.
I might graze over it.
Reiterate that. Seth Rogers paid. Allegedly, supposedly, I don't know for sure, but it's on the streets. It's been out there, like in the backside, like $12,000 was used to save Michaela's house. Now, if you guys saw her home, I could guarantee it could cost that to save that home. I didn't realize. I thought that was her parents' home. Apparently not.
See,
I think she was married before.
Important to discuss. But I didn't see people coming in and out. I had mods that would, they would remove trolls that would come in. I mean, I was getting trolls every time I would go live. Within 5 minutes, I already have a Seth Rogers troll in my chat saying he found Sebastian's pee-pee cut off.
Yeah, that's Rapper. He does it in all our chats.
Yeah, he does it in mine all the time. It's just Rapper.
Yeah. I would have the Tony Max one pop up. A Chris Proudfoot one pop up.
Yeah, they come back to back to back to back. Yeah. Did you associate that with TREV? Is what you're saying?
No. I just thought it was weird that I saw only a few of those on mine and never saw them on his.
Okay.
So I'm in the middle of like talking to my guests, and then all of a sudden I look at the chat.
It's like a whole year's worth of work for me.
TREV in my chat saying,
a whole year's worth of work for me.
Wow, Smokey, you over here with all my haters? Wow. All my haters are in your chat right now talking. I'm like, okay, well, first of all, dude, I don't know. I ain't been paying attention to the chat. If you've got somebody in here that's talking bad about you, let me know, and my mods will handle it. But he didn't say anything. He just left after that. And then he immediately unfriended me on social media.
I believe it. I believe he just left after that. I believe it. He like bombs your chat and then leaves. I forget what he said to me. I can't even remember, but he said something and then just peaced out when I dropped the link. I was like, oh, come on up. And he was gone.
He took my mod wrench away from on his channel. Then I went into his Discord and saw all of his people in his Discord completely talking shit about me, saying that I was a snake, I was Two-Face. I'm over there starting to try to steal clout from him and use clout from his name onto mine, which is completely bullshit.
You were. No, don't lie. You were.
You were. Anyway, like if you came up and pretended to be related to people in the profile, like a
town granny.
If you trolled in these cases, then he would help you get subs.
Yeah, that was. But see, and his whole demeanor changed.
He's gonna say, but he didn't.
His whole demeanor changed.
He was gonna say, but he didn't. Meaning like, but I'm coming out and doing this stuff, but he didn't. I wonder how much that guy Smoke had.
I mean, it was just one thing.
I need 500 now. When the watch time hours are like in half two or something crazy. From whenever I started, you had to have 1,000 subscribers, and then all these watch hours, and it was a lot of work.
After another, he's always been like a run of the mill with this guy.
On my second channel, don't forget.
I helped him out a lot that people don't know about. Like there was a time where he was in some trouble with the law.
This is great.
I put some money to help get him a lawyer. I mean, what kind of snake person does that to somebody? I mean, ain't that what a real friend would do? Is if you see a friend that's in some trouble, you would help them get, help that they need financially.
I mean, how these two bros meet? Does anyone know? Are they just internet friends? Because you know what I said? I mean, that's just impossible. You don't have internet friends.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a good friend to have, but don't you think if you have a friend like that and you're doing slimy shit like that, that you're also slimy? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think I could trust.
If TREV's like in trouble with the law and he's like,
there'd be very few people.
These cases and you're participating, that kind of makes you on the same level as him. Like,
you're right. You are right. You're right.
Taco.
You have the sole point.
Because I don't fully understand what made it come out now, like what changed. So you're saying your channel started getting some traction. TREV came in, said, you got all my haters over here. He got pissed off, de-wrenches you, goes in his Discord. They're all bad mouthing you. And that was the fallout of your friendship right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they knew each other since 2013, actually.
You guys were real.
I lied. I forgot. I forgot. They've known each other since like 2013 or something, he says.
Real life friends, like you knew
Yeah.
each other in person. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
It
forgot
seems
about
like
that.
things kind of took the turn for the worst when I started getting involved in the Sebastian case. Because I can tell you right now, he's been living over there in Tennessee for what, maybe 2 months at the most right now, maybe 2-3 months. He hasn't searched once.
Yeah.
He hasn't searched one time for Sebastian. Hasn't done any searching. The reason
you?
why, well, so when I went to his house, which is only one time,
This is when he's living with Michaela, right?
yes.
Or wait,
When I,
so did you live in the state that TREV came from, or do you live where he lives now?
I lived in the state where he came from.
Okay.
So one of the main reasons why I even took the trip was we talked about searching for Sebastian because I wanted to go out and help search. I was going to work out any kind of difference I had with Seth. You know, there was talks that Seth didn't like me, all this and that. You know, of course, from him saying, "Oh yeah, Seth don't like you." You know, it's like, well, I want to talk to Seth. You know, I want to have a one-on-one talk with Seth. Talk to Seth about some stuff. Maybe I can talk to Seth about, you know, ask him what areas hasn't been searched yet, so we can maybe set up a perimeter. You know, I'm 100% willing to go out, boots on the ground, and search for Sebastian. But then I started seeing all this stuff coming out about Tony Mathis, and I was like, okay, now look, I have no problem working with Seth, but I don't want to work with Tony Mathis. I don't want to work with this guy because of what he did to the Caleb Harris TikTok. That right there rubbed me wrong because
See how he's like trying to
set
get
up
the
a
smoke off
TikTok
of him?
that is used to spread awareness for a missing person,
Oh, what?
Caleb Harris, and then when shit don't go your way, you completely hijack it and turn it into your own. This guy.
Hold up just a damn minute. Maddie Soto's case was right with Sebastian's case. Do you not remember that you went on panel and you acted like an idiot twice that we found out so far? And then you say, then you have this, oh my, diverting.
And I was like, okay, now look, I have no problem.
And I was in the chat and I was in the chat when all this was going on. And this just didn't click for me, or I would have been on this panel. I'd have been up there.
But I don't want to work with Tony Mathis. I don't want to work with this guy because of what he did to the Caleb Harris TikTok. That right there rubbed me wrong because how can you set up a TikTok that is used to spread awareness for a missing person, Caleb Harris, and then when shit don't go your way, you completely hijack it and turn it into your own? That right there, he just completely burned down any support that he built to spread awareness for that missing boy. Now it's gone. Now it's a Tony Mathis personal TikTok account. And I made it in my mind. I was like, look, I do not want to work with Tony Mathis. I will do whatever it takes to work with Seth, but not him.
Auntie's different to me. We're talking about the Uncle Taco thing, I think. And I just thought you wanted me to read to you. It wouldn't let me put that in there. We are reading the Idaho 4 book, though, on the channel. What was I going to say? Now I got to go back up. What was the comment at? I can't find it. Okay. So, no, it's okay for, like, people to say, like, auntie. You know what I mean? I think that's fine. But, you know, like, there's a stigma around it. I know there is. But to me, calling somebody that, like, uncle something and they're not, I don't know. It's just weird to me, especially because this kid knows this guy from the internet by playing video games with him. It's not like they have, you know, a connection. Like their dads are friends in real life and they see each other every day, or, you know, something like that, or every weekend when, you know, Sebastian's there. This is something they're just on the internet. And he's like, the kids all call me Uncle Taco. Me too, Bayou babe. Maybe we grew up in a different time. I don't know, but it's just a little pedo, you know. a little side eye. And hey, CJK. The both of them are frauds. Yeah, they work together. Not granted.
And
You have
I noticed that when I got involved talking about Sebastian,
fast forward him up a little
that's
bit.
when I started to realize that there's darker things involved in this case than what people realize. Like, I'm 100% convinced that Sebastian is not deceased. I think Sebastian is being hidden somewhere, and they all three know where he's at.
Take that with a big grain of salt, because you know he's a liar.
What kind of games
He's
are you
a
aware of
proven
that they would
liar.
play, like behind the scenes? Like, was the whole gun incident, was that like fake, or what do you know? Like, we know TREV is asking you to call in and pretend to be people that know people in high profile cases, but do you know if Seth playing any games like that?
So as far as the gun thing goes, what I can tell you that I have come to realize about is there's no proof of receipts on TREV's end with a gun.
Yeah, but Seth did admit it later.
Right. But I mean, just the whole thing with Seth being on the porch at the time of their, alleged bickering,
That's
alleged
weird. Yeah.
beef with each other. I mean, why would Seth be at the residence if, there's a heated situation? Because whenever I was on the panel with Seth and TREV, the whole gun thing already went down.
Right.
I mean, he had already called them out about the gun thing. So, I mean, at that point, it's like, you have to realize, like, okay, so if this person just called him out on a gun, that could be a serious thing, because that's a felony.
Right.
Having someone purchase a firearm is a straw purchase. That's a
Good
felony.
vibes.
Why would Seth be at the house? Because, I mean, the way I seen it is there was tension.
Harry Hall, you're
I
absolutely
thought
right.
violence could erupt at any moment. Like, people could get physically harmed over it. I mean, that's a serious allegation. Hey, this guy told me that he wanted me to buy him a pistol. Okay, like that's
Thank you,
crazy.
baby girl.
So it's like when I saw and noticed that he was on the porch.
I guess Uncle Taco and Seth did know each other like prior to Seth moving, but it's still weird to me. Sebastian wouldn't really know him like that. I feel like I don't know. Even if Sebastian was little, like he probably would have grown up and not really remembered that. Do you know what I mean? You don't really remember things from when you're 4 and 5, if that was the case. I don't know how old he was, but we'd have to do the math. Now I'm curious.
When he was on
How old
panel,
Sebastian
I was like,
when they
okay,
knew each other.
wait a
It's
minute.
fucking weird. Right?
Yeah, what's going on here? Like, what is really going on here? Like, is it really like? And then that's why I started asking myself: Is Sebastian really missing, or is he being held somewhere? Like, is there? I mean, there's a lot of corruption going on. I still think that
Corruption going on.
the whole case itself is just, it's weird to me how Sebastian has disappeared in thin air. No one's seen him. Nobody has done any searches. Seth hasn't searched since April.
No, he hasn't.
Proudfoots aren't searching. And now the Proudfoots have Faith in their custody, which is shocking because, I mean, how could you get a young girl in your custody now after one of your kids is already missing, actively missing?
Because there must not be enough proof to say they did anything. That's why they would get custody. If there was proof of foul play or they had suspicion that they were involved, there's no way that he would get custody for the summer.
That's true. You're right.
This guy said he cries to God every day about this. There is no way on this earth. Look at him just talking all willy-nilly.
I just didn't think of it as, in that
And
way.
he only said something because the chat made him.
But that makes a lot of sense.
When it came to
I'm sorry, I keep pausing it. I fully believe he intended to come up here and try to get some subscribers for his channel and talk a little shit on TREV because he went on Granny's chat. Let's be real. And she wasn't doing a true crime stream today. She was doing more of a drama stream this day. So he wanted to come up and get
what was the context
recognition
behind doxing Illuminati? Like what like give us, you know what I mean? Like how did that go down? Like did TREV come to you and say, hey, this bitch can you dox her for me? Did he come to you and complain about her and you said, oh, I got you, bro, I'll dox her? Like how did that come about?
He sent me, okay, so he got mad because she talked about him, and he's like, he sent me all the stuff. Hey, look, post her criminal history on your channel. She's over here doing this to me. Why don't you do this? And and for some reason I was brainwashed. I done it. I don't know why. I don't know why I even thought that it would be a good idea for me to post that stuff. I mean, what was it going to do for my case besides make me look like a bad person?
Well, yeah, that's what bad people do. I mean, doxing somebody can be really dangerous. It wasn't, that's a serious thing to do, especially knowing there's a lot of high feelings when it comes to the opinions of this case and shit. So, like, you really did endanger her and her kids.
Yeah. Yes, I did. I'm not happy about that either.
I have a picture of that too.
Like, I'm
of his
fully aware that
page.
the stuff that I have done is not good stuff. It's bad stuff. I fully admit it. I'm fully aware of it. I'm not happy with myself. So I completely understand the scrutiny I'm getting right now in your chat. That's completely understandable. I can't be mad about that because I deserve that. It's the shit that I've done to deserve it. You know what I'm saying? I take full ownership of that. I see someone asking about Uncle Taco.
And I want to let you know before it happens. Cluminati comes up, but Granny did redact some stuff that she did say because she said a certain word that nobody should be saying. But I'll tell you when it comes to that point because I think she puts music in or something.
The Uncle Taco thing, I think is
Because
really
I did
weird.
ask her. I asked her before I even used her video, and I just in another chat just a minute ago. I said, "Granny, did you edit that like you said you're going to?" And she said she did. But the word is FAGG. You know the rest, yeah.
I don't know. It's just so if this Uncle Taco person is somebody that I'm guessing is one of Seth's real life friends that would game with Sebastian and him.
Mhm.
I just find it weird that all these people that are tied to these cases always call this certain creator's show.
Right.
Yep, that's what I've been saying.
I mean, he got a lot of money and views off of the whole Bryan Kohberger called me type thing. A lot of money was made.
And nobody,
that month.
Bryan Kohberger didn't even call him.
And that was not me. I know people are still asking
showed you
that.
who
That
that
was not
was.
me. I did not call in as Bryan Kohberger. The only one I've ever done is the Rick Armstrong, and yeah, and again, I apologize to Cluminati for doxing her, putting her her public information out, her criminal record.
It's her personal information, not her public information. She will come
You
up.
just said TREV was in trouble with the law. Do you ever post his?
But then again, I don't know. That group just decided to let JB Gunner on their panel, so I don't know what's going on with
criminal
YouTube.
record? You know what I mean? Like, what does somebody's criminal record have to do with coverage of the case? Like, I don't understand what you guys were trying to accomplish with that.
If I had to take a guess, Granny, I would say that that was probably an attempt to get the backlash off of him.
Yeah. Clues up here.
Actually, it's Cletus.
Oh, it's Cletus.
That's all right. She's sitting here for a doctor's appointment.
Okay, now,
Smoke, I'm just going to tell you.
if you're unfamiliar with who Cletus is, Cluminati is a creator on the platform. She's very outspoken. She says some words that are, by today's standards, not acceptable. But Cletus is her fiance. So he doxed Clue, which in fact doxed Cletus. But I will say Cletus it's kind of like me and Vincent. Clue is the more she'll just go. You know what I mean? And just start cussing you out. Cletus will kind of think about it for a minute. He'll talk to you more. You know what I mean? And try to talk to you in more of a calmer voice, I guess you should say. And I'm just like cluing away. Like I just go from like 0 to 50. So let's see how the conversation goes, because I've only listened to this part 2 times.
I don't believe a motherfucking thing you're saying. I apologize for my language, but it's going to be how it is.
Thank you guys for being here. If you don't mind just hitting the like button,
I don't understand
help
what
the
you're doing.
channel.
And I'm just being honest about it, because to me, it looks like you're doing nothing but promoting yourself and your boy. And you're sitting up here talking all this shit that don't mean nothing because you ain't bringing the first receipt about nothing. And you're sitting up here talking, yeah, I feel bad about doing what I did. What are you going to do to write it? You ain't said a damn thing about what you're doing different.
Well, one thing I can do to write it is I removed the video off my channel.
Ooh.
I took that video down. That's not my boy.
Absolutely, Mary Beth.
I was his friend's one. You know, at one time I was his friend.
That's what I love about you. You don't even give it views.
So what's your point of coming out and talking all this stuff right now? I'm just curious. What's the gain here? What do you hope to see come out of this?
Well, what I would like to see come out of this is for people to understand that with
see
this
how
certain
calm he's
case,
been?
there's a lot more going on than people realize.
Like, I just want to, like, you know, I mean, like, Cletus is up here being really calm. Like, I mean, you know, that's how like Vincent would do it. He would be calm.
There are creators out here that are getting paid to spread this stuff around, to get involved with it. the whole beef between TREV, Seth, I think it's staged. I think there's definitely there's some kind of money going around. People are getting paid. I mean, especially if the $12,000 thing is true, which I never fully got a 100% from them. I asked a question, never got the full answer. It seemed like when I asked a question about it, that's when things took the turn for the worse for me. It seemed like that I was being targeted after that. So I'm just basically trying to tie in from what I think is going on with the corruption involving this case in general. I think there are creators out here that are secretly involved somehow, way, shape, or form to either spread misinformation or to hide certain details. And I mean, I look, Cletus, I can understand that you're upset with me and pissed off. I fully understand that. And I'm not lying to you when I said that. I mean, I know you said that you think I'm up here telling bullshit. That's not the case. I fully am 100% sorry about what I did, sharing her information on my stream. Doxing her information out is something that I don't like doing and I regret doing, and that's genuine from my heart, and I mean it.
Well, I'm just going to say it like this. If you wanted somebody to believe that and for that to carry any weight at all, you wouldn't wait for me to come up on
Deanne,
Granny's
you haven't
panel
seen nothing yet.
when you know Clue's got a chance.
And about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's about to go down.
Panel, you got a channel. I ain't heard nothing out of you, so I don't believe shit you say.
Right, that's your belief, man. That's your opinion. You have your right to your own opinion, man. There's also something I also did want to add to some of the stuff that I also did notice going on with the Sebastian case as well, Granny. So there was also a point in time too that more stuff had came out involving TREV and Seth. There was something that's like talked behind the scenes. I know there was like a big uproar because I'm guessing that someone had shared a picture of Seth sitting on a recliner, and it went all over social media.
We saw that picture.
I actually didn't see that.
So there was an alleged picture that went around on social media.
The picture I showed it on the channel. I don't know if I don't think I showed it for a long time. I think I just kind of flashed it to you guys. It was like, here, look, because it's not none of our business to be all up in his house. But he's literally sitting in the chair, and I have on stretchy plants, so I don't want to do it because they're kind of short. But his legs up in the air, he's all relaxing, just relaxing on the recliner. And TREV took a picture of him doing that, and it was not. It was all over the internet. So of course people were going to start saying stuff. I didn't say anything. Relax if you need to for a minute, but. I guess other people did.
Taken from alleged TREV sitting inside Seth Rogers' house. He took a picture of Seth sitting in a recliner. Seth got mad, and he asked TREV why he took a picture of him in his house. And he said, because my Discord doesn't believe that I'm at your house.
Okay.
That went all over social media. I have recently actually deleted my Facebook because of all the harassment that I've gotten from the group pages that was created by JLR, the mysterious disappearance of Sebastian Rogers.
Yeah.
I had to delete my entire Facebook because all I did was I asked one question in the group page.
I'll show you what it comes up now.
I just said, so Seth and CP allegedly have an alibi. What's Katie's alibi? How come Katie doesn't have an alibi?
That's his YouTube channel now. So, Lil Smoke, where you at?
And I got so much scrutiny. There are so many pro Katie people in that chat.
Nothing to see here. It says
they all were just constantly messaging me, sending me nasty messages. Some people threatened to dox my information out. Some people threatened to kill me.
Sane, I think what you experienced there was horrible, right? And that's what Chloe experienced by being
right.
pro Katie and Chris. And you did the same thing to her that people threatened to do to you. And you deleted your social media because of it. So do you understand the severity of what you did to Chloe?
Yes, I do. I absolutely do. And I can completely understand that Cletus doesn't believe anything I say. He has every right to believe what he wants.
Yeah, because I feel where they're coming from. You should have shot her a personal email. A private apology would have been better. I get that. Now, so did Seth or did T-Rev stay in Seth's house? Like, did he sleep overnight there, or was that a lie?
Honestly, I mean, I never asked that question because honestly, from what I gathered was that I just feel like that he so I remember he told me that he was never intending on being in a relationship with this woman.
Right.
It just happened. So he was just gonna move there and live there and just stream from there. And I feel like that something happened when he got there that changed everything. Because at one point in time, he was pro Seth. Like I mean, he considered Seth his friend. It's almost like a repeating pattern here. I consider you my friend. Let me help you do this, this, and this, and then bam, out of nowhere, fuck you, I'm done with you, type thing. It's just like bam. He was pro Seth for the longest time. He would constantly promote his Cash App, PayPal, GoFundMe, yeah, on his stream constantly. Every time he was live, he would always promote that GoFundMe and Cash App. Something happened when he got there that changed everything. Now, do I believe that Seth and Michaela were a thing? Yes, I do.
Yeah, somebody asked that. So you do believe she was dating Seth?
I wouldn't put the finger on dating. It's kind of a loose term. I would say more so a fling type thing.
Right.
I mean, maybe some could say friends with benefits. Maybe I don't know. I never really asked too many details about it because it was just kind of weird. But it just seems like that something was going on behind the scenes, and once he got to Tennessee, things changed. Seth became the enemy, but I think it was all staged to make everyone think that they're hating each other. Because, again, I'll resort back to saying, look at the whole incident after the gun thing, and he was like,
I don't know. I think T-Rev went down there. I don't think T-Rev had the intention on taking Michaela, or maybe he did. But I think when he got down there, that's what happened. He saw her and he was like a teenage boy in love, Bye, Seth. Hey, Michaela.
on the carport. I mean, why?
He saw the house. I could live in there, he said. I could stream from the basement in the corner. He was probably looking that up. I bet you they went over to Michaela's house and he's thinking, well, yeah, I could surely live here, and probably he's probably envisioning where he's going to put his stuff.
Did you go to someone's house who's just told information about you that can incriminate you into the law, especially somebody who works for a correctional facility?
Right.
Asking someone to purchase a firearm for you is highly illegal. Seth knows the laws. He's a correctional officer. He has to know laws to an extent.
So they were talking kind of behind his back?
I just saw someone ask, I think that they all three have Sebastian, and they want me to elaborate on that.
Yeah, why you feel all three of them really hiding. No, again, this is just his feelings. I mean, he does have a little insight to the games that, quite frankly, you and T-Rev played together. But based off of what, do you have any, first off, I assume you have things to back up what you're saying.
Really? T-Rev or Seth? Michaela, you're a pretty girl. What's wrong with you? Something's wrong up there.
I don't imagine anybody would come out and pretend that they called in.
And welcome in, guys.
I mean, so I believe you on that. But
yes, Smoke deleted his entire YouTube.
Saying, right?
Yes,
or private it.
Yes. As far as the whole call-in thing, I have receipts for that 100%.
Yeah.
Now, the stuff I'm about to talk about, with why I think they're all three involved. This is what this is just my feelings.
Right.
Can you do me a favor? Can you drop your email in the private chat for me, please? And I will go ahead and I will send over those receipts for you. I'll email them to you now real quick.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Usually what T-Rev will do, he'll take a couple days off or whatever, and he'll come back and just act like nothing happened.
Over to you real quick.
Seems like people are hungry for stuff new.
So as I'm typing my email here, I'll go ahead and elaborate on that. Okay. So what happened for me to get that thought and feeling about all those three just being involved with, holding, Sebastian somewhere.
Michaela's T-Rev's new girlfriend who was hanging out with Seth.
They talked about, Seth came out and talked about how he wanted to go out and find his son and all that stuff. And if you think back to the beginning of the case, they said the neighbor came out and said that Seth's truck was seen at Katie's house. He was there all week. Now, why would Seth's truck be there all week if they were constantly at battle with each other They didn't
What a
agree
man,
and get
actually.
along with
What
each
a
other.
man.
Why?
What a man. What a man. How long? I mean, I don't care if you, I mean, how long could he have possibly known Michaela? Seriously. The case has been going on 4 months. Let's say he knew her 4 months. Let's just say to this day it just happened. Would any of y'all pack up your bags? Oh, I forgot because his girlfriend broke up with him. That's why. Because he had a girlfriend here, but she broke up with him. That's why he didn't have nowhere to go. He was resourceful. That's what it is. I forgot. Okay. Because remember, his girlfriend came out and did that little video, that little live, that like 5-hour live or 6-hour live. That's what it was. So TREV, it seems like, was living with the girlfriend. Him and his girlfriend broke up. So then in the same time, Seth has this little girl that he likes, Michaela. And then TREV comes down to visit Seth and he snatches Michaela up. So he has a place to go. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm going to say. She broke up with him because she caught him cheating with Michaela. Look at that, TJ. So TJ knows. See, I don't know anything about TREV really. I don't pay attention over there. Now I've got to.
Hey, why would his truck be there?
Yeah, for a week. Yeah. Well, we
For
know
a
the
week.
first 3 days that he did stay. Apparently, he stayed in Katie and Chris's house the first 3 days.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, why? I mean, if they were constantly bickering and not getting along, and he was saying that they weren't on the same page, then
Oops, sorry.
Why was
why?
there?
Yeah, well, why was he there? I mean, to me, that right there just, in my eyes, that just proves that the truth wasn't being told about the case since day one. I honestly don't agree and think that I don't think that conversation that Seth had at the truck with CP was as good as what something that he thought it was, or like talking about the case and whatnot, about how they're gonna put their egos
Not
aside. And
Sebastian's just not
I don't think
not only
that is what
Sebastian's
was.
case. They are doing this to Maddie Soto. So if you're just now joining us, right? Ready to get your asses pissed off. This guy here, little Smoke, had a YouTube channel and he hung out with TREV. TREV convinced Smoke to call in to his live panels, live shows on March 4th and March 5th and act like a guy. What was his name? Let me see up here. I have to look at my notes because I forget. Well, dang, where is it at? His name was, no, I don't know where it's at. I don't have that many notes. And I've said it like 15 times, I feel like. But anyway, he had him call in Rick Armstrong. That's the name, Rick Armstrong. He had him call in, pretend to be Rick Armstrong, and say that he knew Stephen Stearns, Maddie Soto's stepfather, the one that unalived her and SA'd her all through her whole life almost. So a caller calls in, bling, 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 and TREV answers it. Hey, TREV, I don't know what he says because I don't watch the show. And this guy pretends like he is a friend of Stephen Stearns. He calls in and he says all the things. And we'll listen to the tapes too. We'll listen to him.
What's being said about that either?
Have you ever personally spoken to Seth?
Yes, I have talked to Seth twice. And it was all on panels.
So make sure you listen to his voice.
Yeah, it was all on panels.
TREV called Smoke. Yeah, you're right.
It was not like
It's usually a call-in show, not a call-out show. That's why I said that.
a brief conversation.
And that's a point I was going to make because he actually called out to him. Come on now.
It wasn't really in depth.
Of all the phone calls he gets.
I think me and Seth had a conversation one time about how he said that it would be nice for me to come out there and help look for Sebastian. Okay, I think they all might be on my phone here. Let me see this. But I honestly do feel like that he did cash in on my autism and use it for personal gain.
So, all right. So let me get this. So you and TREV had a falling out. And then he comes back and befriends you again during this case.
Yeah.
And then he would say, like, he'd bring you up as like the autism person that has experience with autism.
He would say, my best friend has autism. And I feel like that he has some, some stuff that he can, that's what he would say to everybody on his lives. And I have somebody who's, I feel like has a lot of stuff connected, or similar to Sebastian. And he would always bring me up with that. And I feel like he's just cashing in on that.
Now, if you don't mind, what is your autism spectrum? Like, are you high functioning or?
I'm high functioning, yes.
High functioning. Okay.
Yes.
So I'll be honest, I'm having a hard time with you because I don't know what your level of autism is, and I don't want to berate you, but at the same time, I think you're a piece of shit for what you've done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess I'm
Yeah.
really having a conflicted time here. Like on one hand, I understand you're exposing what TREV has done, and you're brave for doing that. You're also exposing what you have done. But I
Yep.
do wonder if you and TREV never fell out, would you have continued on with these antics and been quiet about it all? Like how
No.
much longer?
Yeah,
you
you
know what
would
I mean?
have.
I would not have. No.
No.
Nope. I would not have, because I actually acknowledged what I was doing was wrong.
Now, so I know that you said he asked you to call in as Stephen Stearns and all of that. Do you know of him doing that with anybody else? His ex did show messages that Michaela was intentionally giving him false information to go live about.
Not to my knowledge, no. Not to my knowledge.
Did you ever dox Athena on behalf of TREV, or did TREV do that?
I never doxed Athena. No, the only person I've ever doxed on my platform was Cluminati. But see, when he told me to put the information up, he told me it wasn't considered doxing because it was public information. So I blindly took that and ran with it, not looking into it.
What does it mean, public information?
Yeah. So you didn't realize, like, you
I'm going to assume. Okay. Like, I know Cluminati doesn't own a business, I don't think. But a public figure or something like that, I guess is what it's trying to say. I guess I would be more of a public figure than Cluminati. Like, I own a business. So, like, I'm not going to tell you how to find me, but, Google. Probably find me on Google. I own a store. It's not hard. It's not hard to find me in. But Cluminati she's a content creator on YouTube. So what do you mean? What's public? What's public? And thank you guys for joining the membership for Baby Mom and Good Vibes. Thank you. And welcome in, everybody. Welcome on in. Hey, 80s kid. And we won't have to hear, I don't think we'll have to hear that part because Granny
the severity of what you were doing is what you're saying?
Put it out.
Yes, I had no idea. I thought that it was public information because he reassured me that, oh, yeah, it's public information. It's information anybody can get their hands on. He's like, doxing is just when you put their private information, like their address and stuff out.
Yeah, that's not true. So you felt like he convinced you to do it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not condoning my actions by any means. I'm not trying to take the blame off myself. Like, I understand why you're upset with me. I understand why Clue's upset with me. They have every right to be. You have every right to be upset with me. I mean, but
it's not really
I feel like
until they come back.
I should have came out with it sooner. I would rather give you this information because I feel like you're more of a genuine creator. You actually, whenever I watch your show, I do admire your work. You do put in, great work and time into what you do. And, I feel like that I just wanted to come on your platform and share the information because I feel like that you don't come on here and spin stuff like a lot of these creators do.
Oh, I appreciate the flattery. Thank you.
I mean, I'm just being honest.
I love Granny. I appreciate the flattery.
I mean,
no, I mean, that's sweet of you. I do appreciate that. I don't, have you spoken to TREV lately?
No.
No.
I haven't blocked on everything. I have no intentions on talking to him ever again.
No, I didn't, Mary Beth. I'll have to look.
And I fully mean that, ever again. I will never have a conversation with him ever again.
Yeah. And what was the main cause for this fallout between you guys?
That's not even right.
That he thought that I had all of his haters, that, and then that's the sad thing. His haters were in my chat, and that I was just out here having all of his haters in my chat, and that's what I was doing, is just having a big show with everyone talking bad about him when nobody talked bad about him. Okay, I just now found the screenshots. I'm sorry it's taking so long.
That's right. You're friends with TREV's brother in real life, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I get that.
And he's
criminal
not
records
like
are public
at all.
But if you take that and you put that on a public platform like YouTube, like that's still doxing. Anytime that you come out, you know what I mean? Even if somebody did it to me, even though I'm a public figure, it would still be doxing. They would still be doxing me. Absolutely. Like, Yeah, if your name is brought to the internet and you don't want your name on there, if your name's not in your titles and your name's not in your about me and all that, and you don't say your full name, then yeah, that's doxing.
You know, he totally polar opposites. I've known his brother since 2013 as well. Never had one argument with him ever. He doesn't associate himself with this kind of, the YouTube stuff. He keeps himself out of it.
Is his brother close to TREV?
I don't really know. We don't ever talk about TREV whenever we do talk.
So I do have another question. And again, I hope you guys know, like, I know a lot of people in the chat are upset, but I don't know you, Smoke. I don't know anything about you. I don't, you know what I mean?
Right.
I just take it at face value, but I also don't know, you're saying a lot about your autism, and I'm trying to tread a careful line here, but you did mention a little bit back that you were afraid to come out because you were afraid of what they would do. Why aren't you afraid now? Do you feel like you've got more support of more people, or did you handle things the way they need to be handled? Like, what now makes you not afraid?
So what makes me not afraid now is I'm just, I don't have that pressure of, having to go up or something on his show and then have it to where all of a sudden he just flips the script on me and just completely embarrasses me. That was a fear that I had.
Okay.
Of, him just turning on me midstream, harassing me, like berating me,
Has he done that to you before?
Why didn't you just not go on stream?
He's publicly
don't
humiliated
go
me
back
before,
on stream.
especially with the whole drug thing and the seizure thing. That was very humiliating for me.
Exactly. You were humiliated on stream because you were having a seizure and he said you were on drugs. He put you down. He had you call in, pretend to be a fake caller. All these things, you could have walked away. All you have to do is stand up, turn around, and walk. That's all I got to do to get away from your computer. You know what I mean? Now, if you don't know, this is Truth Not Feelings is coming up right now, and he's going to say some stuff.
Because it's just,
And he is part of Clue's crew. So Clue, her husband, fiance, Truth Not Feelings, Truth Without Feelings, Truth Not Feelings, and True Crime with Dago. And I don't know if they're inviting this person in or what's going on, but JB Gunner's been on their lives, I guess. And he's a creator that beat the shit out of his wife off camera during a live. So got a lot of winners in here.
When you have a
got a lot of winners going on in here.
You have somebody that's completely just says, "Oh yeah, he's doing drugs on stream." He's doing these drugs, and everyone's saying you're nodding out live. It's like, dude, that's not what that is. Like, if that's what you think it is, then I'm sorry, but that's not what that is. Okay, I think I just sent the ones that I had. Hopefully I didn't send multiple copies of it, but let me know if you got their email.
Okay. Truth Not Feelings is up here, and then Michelle P. and Dag. Hey, Michelle. Sorry. I'm just adding slots for you guys.
Okay. Well, Smoke.
Yeah.
I was there with TREV from the beginning, honey, and y'all was best friends.
Mm-hmm.
And now he booted you out. Now you're going to come clean with all this. I mean, that was some grimy stuff about that guy calling in. I actually sent money thinking that was that man. So you just defiled his viewers, and you've lost a lot of trust. So I'm glad you come up here and woe is thou.
Wow.
You gotta be understanding. Some people are still.
Somebody donated to the stream. That's who's on the panel. Whenever he was pretending to be somebody he wasn't. I wonder how much he got donated that night.
And I'm glad you're coming clean.
I'll be looking.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
If that makes you feel better, that's fine. But that was some foul shit there, buddy.
It was. And like I said, I'm not happy about it.
Well, okay. That's all I was wanting to say, because I was there from the beginning. And if you've done all that with
remember, he's crying to God every night.
I hope you do whatever your point is here, Granny. I don't know what his point is, but I'm glad he's come clean or whatever.
I mean, I told you my point.
I don't think he's come clean. So let me just take a second if everybody do me a
favor. And then there's Dago.
I'd certainly appreciate it. Listen, Smoke, a couple things. First of all, I'm Truth Not Feelings. Second of all, I've got a real big problem with you, and it has nothing to do with Clue whatsoever. It has to do with the fact that I'm also autistic, and you have made the rest of us look like complete shit with the way that you have acted, the way you have used your autism as an excuse to be vengeful and vindictive and aggressive and cause anger and issues in people's lives. I don't believe a single word that you're saying on here. I think that you're doing it to save your own ass. And if it was me giving a suggestion, I would suggest you take a couple months off of here and assess what is important in your life, whether you want to use your autism as a crutch or as a benefit to society. Because right now you're playing this poor, pitiful me bullshit. And from one man to another one, it's fucking disgusting. Now you can come on here and act like, oh, they took advantage of me, blah, 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 blah. Fuck off. Okay. Because I'm autistic as well. And don't nobody take advantage of me. Nobody. Okay. And the fact that you're using your autism in a case where the young man has autism is sick, in my opinion. So maybe I'm being a little too rough on you, but you know what's not rough? You know, having a young girl who lives at home with their mom and dad worry about someone showing up at their fucking house because you wanted to get a view and a click. So technically, so you can understand this correctly, Clue could sue the loving shit out of you and you never have another thing the rest of your life. You understand that, right? And by coming on here and admitting to doxing her, you've just won her case for her.
Yeah. Yep.
Like literally, you just cost yourself $10,000 or $20,000, $30,000 if she decided to be an asshole and go and sue you because you came on here and admitted to doing it. And you know who's not going to get in trouble for it? These jackasses that keep fueling your fire and making you do things that you say.
Right. You're right.
So at the end of the day, if you are of sound mind enough to get on here and talk about true crime and get on here and talk about cases and remember those things and remember the facts and remember all this, then you are not a dummy. And you are smart enough when someone's taking advantage of you the same way I am. You know who else has autism on this panel? At least one other person. You know whose children has autism? At least one other person. So that pulling the autistic card is not going to fucking work with us. It's just not. Sorry, bro. We've all dealt with it our whole lives. School, getting made fun of, getting beat on, getting put in bad situations. Right?
I completely understand your frustration.
It's not a frustration, bro. It's not a frustration at all.
Like,
it's
not me.
disgust and disdain for the activity that I've watched.
Hey, I deserve it.
Yes.
But you know what? I owned up to it. You know, that's the least I could have done.
This reminds me of Joseph Morris. I was telling Vincent that earlier. So Joseph Morris is the guy. Remember the Scream audio in the Idaho 4 case? And they're like, "Oh my God, that's Kaylee. That's Susanna. That's It was faked audio, and it was a stolen scream from like an actual DV situation. They implanted it into the video and then he put it out. And he had over 200,000 subscribers. Yeah.
It's actually
up to it doesn't change it though, Bubba. What are you
I know.
Future. You know what I mean? Like, and I know I'm being hard on you, but bro, come on now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's people's children you're putting at risk. And what if someone went out today and put your address online? Because people have your address. You know that, right?
Yep, they already have.
Well, you know that none of the people you doxed and none of the people you threw under the bus put your information out. Right. And you say you've only doxed one person, bro, and that's bullshit. So if you're going to come on here and put it all out there, be honest and put it all out here. Don't just come out here, you know, and put just a little bit out to kind of get everybody. I mean, if you're going to put it on the table, bub, put everything on the table because the people in the chat know that you're lying about things you've already said. So how are you going to keep lying while trying to be honest? I don't understand it.
What have I lied about?
Well, there's other people you've doxed, bro.
I've only doxed one person. Well,
what?
I put the information out about Clue.
That's not the only person you've put information out about the whole time you've been here on TikTok or on YouTube.
Who else?
That's the only
if I need to go do a video, if I need to go do a video on it today, I can. Would you prefer me to do that, or I just obviously put an option out here to just be real? If you came on here to be real and be honest, don't half step it, Bo.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? You got to full step it, step completely into it, and then people are going to respect you more. But half stepping it and then saying little lies to cover yourself, it's not working. People in the chat are looking at you like you're nuts.
The only person that I have any recollection of actually putting information out on was, in fact, Clue. If I put any information out of other people, then I don't have any recollection of doing it.
How do you? Okay.
I'm being honest. I'm being honest with you. I'm not pulling your chain. I'm not lying. If I've done it other times, I wasn't aware that I was doing it.
You're not going to try to backpedal any of this, right?
No.
Come on, bro. You know what you're doing. I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, but you know, you can't. You're not this dumb, bro. You're not. I'm telling you, you're not. You're not this dumb. You're an intelligent dude. Most of us autistic cats are. We just have social issues. We have, you know, dealing with relationship issues, dealing with our emotions issues. That's what we deal with. You know what I mean? And I know everybody's different. But bro, I can sit here and look at you and tell you that you and I probably are pretty close on the spectrum together. You know what I mean? The only difference is I would never go out of my way to put a child in danger or take shit real world. Nope. The amount of information I have in my email about so many people, and I would never put it out because that's not what this is about, yo. This is about trying to bring people home that are lost or runaway or kidnapped or whatever it might be. And you're using I call it an advantage. I don't call it a disadvantage, but you're using your advantage of autism as somehow as a detriment and like a disability. And it's not a fucking disability.
If I may, I don't think he was calling himself stupid. I think what he was trying to say is he thought he was helping a friend. And I'm not making excuses for him by any means. There is no excuse. But I don't think he thought that far ahead. Like, I don't think he thought.
I do.
Oh,
I do.
You know,
Yep, 110. I do. I think he did. I don't know. I don't think he. No, you don't accidentally. You don't accidentally put someone's address out there. You don't accidentally, without knowing what you're doing, dox somebody. That's not how this works. You know what you're doing. You know that it's wrong. If you ask, hey, is this considered doxing? You know that that's wrong. Yeah. He wasn't taken advantage of. I'm so tired of people acting like people with autism are always taking advantage. We're everyday fucking humans.
Hey, truth. I will admit right now and tell you that when I was putting out the information on Clue, I knew it was wrong.
What did you think was going to come out of that?
Oh, I'm a bully for calling out the. Oh, y'all are ridiculous.
No. He's not being a bully at all, you guys.
Y'all are ridiculous.
I mean, guys, I don't think he's bullying me at all. I mean, I just think he's being hard. You know, I mean, that's, you know, hey.
It's called tough love, guys.
Right.
That's what it is. Okay? So what did you think was going to happen by doxing her? That's my one question to you. Sorry to interrupt if I did. I didn't mean.
Okay, let me give you guys some. Let me give you guys the heads up on what's going on if you're just now joining us, because I do have it on 1.5 speed too. Because I've listened to this probably 4 times, but if it is too fast, I can slow it down. But they all seem to be where you can hear them and hear the words and everything. But basically, TREV had so Little Smoke, who is this guy here, used to go on TREV's channel just recently. He was convinced by TREV, the creator, to call into his show and pretend like he was Stephen Stearns, the stepfather of Maddie Soto, one of his friends. And he said some stuff in that on that phone call that was just like, what? I mean, I'll play a little bit of it for you tonight, but it's like, what is going on here? So that's kind of the gist there. So now Little Smoke came over here to Granny's Watching because he was trying to promote his channel. I know he was, but somebody in the chat, multiple people in the chat were like, did you dox Cluminati? So Little Smoke, who is AKA the mysterious caller for TREV, doxes Cluminati for TREV, and now he's on a panel trying to apologize for all of it. That's where we're at. Oh, hold on. I don't know why it does that. Sometimes it will like stop sharing the audio, remember? So let me go back and reshare it to you guys because I don't want it to not share the audio. Thank you guys for being here. If you don't mind just taking a second and hit the like button, it helps me help you, help me help you. You know, one of those things. It's free to do. Free to do. Okay, let's play it again.
Wanted me to do it for was to put information about her because everyone was putting information out about him. He's like, hey, go put this out so that way,
So he basically asked you to go do that 100% just like that.
Yes, that's why I did it. I had no run-ins with Clue. I never.
We know. That's what didn't make it.
Yeah, I never came in her chat. I never had a problem with her. I didn't even know who she was at the time. He just told me.
There's W. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Stupid on my part and dumb.
Whoa!
And
hold the phone. Let me take the comment down. Does anybody see the comment? She's been making her rounds again. WSU Mom Kim, and that's her. That's her. And that's her. Smoke, are you the call-in that was allegedly Xana's gym coach who was the fake grandma that called TREV? I don't think this Smoke is a fake grandma. There, WSU Mom Kim. Go smoke some more. Oh, Lord, why is she still around? I thought she was like exiled from the freaking island by now.
And the wrong thing to do, and I openly admit it.
I can't believe she's
Did he offer
there.
to pay you or anything for it, or did you think you were just, helping a friend? Like, what was your benefits?
I thought I was just helping a friend.
Man, I didn't see this at the time.
He mentioned something about getting views, which is what always equaled out for him is to get these views for my channel. 100K. If you keep talking 100K.
Dago, stop shaking your head now.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, Truth. Did you have any other things you were saying to him?
Well, no, listen, I understand, right? I get it. I get the idea that you can try to please your friends, and it is something that goes along with autism, especially. I can only speak of high functioning autism because that's what I am, right? I can't speak on someone else's experience, right? But earlier on, Smoke, you said you're high functioning, so that gives us kind of a range to understand each other, right? And so when I look at it, I go, there's no way this man did not know what he was doing was wrong. You said you did. I respect you saying that, right? But here's the problem, Bubba, is that you went ahead and you did it anyway, taking all of the responsibility on your head. And then your response to that is, well, I have autism. And I guess my whole point to this isn't about the doxing. It isn't about anything like that. It's about you're in a position, bro, to be a representative for those of us who struggle with things, but also excel in things. You have an opportunity to be a voice for those who are not high functioning on the autistic spectrum, who can't speak for themselves. And I just want to encourage you to please.
Right. I jumped the ball.
Well, no, I'm not even saying that, Bubba. What I'm saying is, like, please just think about what you can do positive on this platform with your autism as opposed to using it as a reason why you did things. Does that make sense? Because, bro, I know it's hard. I fucking know it's hard. And as an adult, it's even harder than it is when you're a kid.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go for it, bro.
Look, so I think you misinterpreted what I was saying. I was not by no means blaming autism for the stuff that I've done, and I would never do that. What I was saying is I think he took advantage of my autism to use it to his benefit, to get money, to get views on his show, to help build a reputation for him, because now it makes him look like a good person that he's bringing his friend that has autism up on his panels.
Well, I think it does to you, but it doesn't to the rest of us, because we all saw
Right.
You didn't see what we saw. We saw that he was taken advantage of. We saw those things. You know what I mean? And if you go back and listen to some of our lives, we speak very, very intensely on the fact that, this kid, and I say kid loosely, no disrespect, but this kid is being, he's being used. But on the same note, you have a responsibility, Bubba.
Yep,
you have a responsibility not only as an adult, but also as someone with autism, to present us to the public in a manner in which people want to continue to or start to respect us for our words and not our actions. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I want to get across. And anybody thinking I'm being rude to them or mean to them, sometimes someone that deals with the same thing you deal with has to just be raw with you. I don't dislike Smoke. I just think he made a really fucking stupid decision.
Yeah, I agree with you. I did.
I take it as your guide and him to be like, listen, I deal with what you deal with, and there's no excuse for it. And to be fair, I think he was saying with the autism thing that like TREV befriended him again because of this case, to be like, oh yeah, my best friend with autism. But then in private, TREV's like, oh, you autistic fuck. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Is that text message real, or was that?
Yes, it was real. It was real.
Okay.
That was all real. Every bit of that we.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Yes, sir. It's all real.
I actually had an ex-mod of TREV sent me that from the Discord that night and was like, I was so disgusted I left, but there was no way to validate it. And I don't know who Smoke is.
Has he ever approached you that way before in the past with other situations and talked to you that way?
Mm-hmm.
And you've allowed? You've allowed?
Yeah. Well, next time he does that, if there's ever a next time, smack the shit out of him.
There won't ever be a next time. I've gotten rid of him. I'm done with him. 100%.
This is why physical altercations should be acceptable. Right here. This is why we should have mutual combat. You run that mouth, I should be able to tell you, let's step out in the road.
But no, true.
I'll tell you what, someone calls me an autistic fuck, I'm driving to their house. That's a promise.
But honestly,
don't do it.
But truth, I will say this.
You can call me that all day long. I don't care. I'm not going to drive to your house. Why waste the gas money? And
in no way, shape, or form am I trying to use my autism as an excuse. I would never do that. What I was trying to say is I feel like he was using me to help build his platform.
We never heard about you until this case. So that's right. What to you? What does that tell you?
Why would TREV use him? I mean, other than the fake phone calls.
It tells me that he's not as big as what he thinks he is.
It just tells you that this case is involving an autistic child. Woof. Here's my in right here. I'm gonna use my autistic buddy to get me in the door to grow my channel, to put out more of my bullshit. Excuse my language. But it's fact. It's fact. Okay.
Now you
can't let people use you like this, dude.
Now.
Like
I know.
It's not even just. It's ridiculous.
For some reason, I thought that he actually cared about the friendship, and I was wrong. And I've made it the thing where I said 3 strikes you're out. This is the first time.
1 strike, you're out, Bubba. Cut those other 2 strikes out.
Yeah.
This wasn't the first time.
Go ahead, stick with Dolly.
What else have you done this for?
Well, no, I'm talking about doxing stuff.
Well, not just doxing, but how many other times has he used you to advance himself in the platform that we're on?
Go ahead.
And the cases we cover.
So
go hang out with the guy that was charged with an assault on a woman during a criminal case that he was supposed to be protesting. Go ahead.
This is back whenever the whole Wild Bill Upchurch thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
He inserted himself into the Upchurch Creek Squad drama, and he used me to go on the channel of a guy named Uncle Danny Raw Nations to harass this guy.
Yep.
And this guy wound up just
Y'all
completely,
are nuts.
losing, going on the deep end. I mean, it got to the point where this Uncle Danny guy threatened to commit physical violence by going to the Cotton Eye Joe show.
There we are.
And beating his ass.
That didn't happen.
No, but it could have been a bad situation once again.
Yeah,
okay?
right.
Now, my other quick question to you. I'm sorry if anybody's trying to get in. First of all, thank you for having me up here, Granny. I appreciate it. Did you go to TBI with any of this information you have?
I would never. And I mean, I'm going to tell you all, I would never allow a creator to make me this angry. Like these people are. I would never. I would just not. But a lot of people get their fifis hurt on this app. Everybody's got drama with somebody. They get their feelings hurt. I don't do it. I don't mess with it. I don't care. Now, if someone messed with me and I was going to go cry, I sure as hell wouldn't cry on the internet. I'd go cry to Vincent and I'd get off the internet.
TBI?
Yeah.
No, because I can't prove 100% of it if there is anything involved in Tide. Now, what I can say, though, that I'm 100% sure, I saw it, I think I saw it one time on Truth Not Feelings channel, about how he mentioned with the whole carport thing.
Man, I got to take a picture of her chat.
So that time that I was on panel with Seth and TREV, I immediately noticed that the carports matched. I've been to the house before. I paid close attention to the detail of the property.
Sorry, hold on. That guy Smoke, I hate to interrupt you. When did you go to that house?
So sorry, I don't know about TREV's
maybe 3 weeks ago,
because I don't care.
So I had talked about going there to what was like supposed to be us looking for Sebastian, helping search for Sebastian. That was the plan. That was the purpose of my trip. I was supposed to go down there and help search for Sebastian. When I got there, we didn't do any of that. The whole day was consistent of talking about his drama.
Probably partying.
We never once went to search for Sebastian.
He never does. He never does.
Yeah. We did the ghost hunt and shit, and then he made that all about him as well. And then I started getting really bad vibes. Like me and my son cut out and literally we left, and I never intentionally ever going back. My son even came
I'm going to
told
show
me he
you
had
guys
bad
how much
vibes.
he's lost.
He's like, Dad, we should probably go. I don't trust this guy at all. I'm like, all right, well, that's all I need to hear. You tell me that one time, we're out of here. And we left. We didn't search for Sebastian. That was my whole plan was to go down there to make the drive. I wanted to get with Seth and I wanted to do a search because I feel like some of the areas down there wasn't searched, thoroughly. I know some areas down there that kind of looked weird that I thought maybe we could spot to check. We didn't search. And then, a week or so later, I go on his panel. And this is after the whole gun incident thing came out about him allegedly buying him a firearm. And I noticed the carport smashed. I was like, wait a minute. That's Michaela's carport. What's Seth doing there at her house if they are bickering over a pistol? I mean, he just basically admitted to, almost committing a felony at straw purchase, having someone purchase a firearm for him. That kind of is weird to me. Like, why, if those two really are having this falling out, why is he in there on the computer and then Seth's out on the porch? What's really going on? Then that's when I started asking myself, is this all really just a big ruse? Like, is Sebastian truly, really missing at this point?
Where do you think Sebastian is?
I think he's with a family member. I think Seth, Katie, and Chris all three know where he's at. That's why Seth stopped searching since April.
What makes you think that Katie and Chris know about it?
Yeah.
I think they all three know about it because if Seth only knew about it, then they all three take the fall because they're all three considered parents.
No, that's not how it works at all. If one parent did something, then that parent is the one that takes the charges. Not all three get charged. So I guess my question again is, what evidence or facts do you have personally that makes you believe that Chris or Katie or Seth, use Seth last though, Chris, Katie, or Seth are guilty?
I don't have any facts or proof. It's just a speculation I have. It's just an opinion.
Based on?
Just from what I've seen in the past of this, how everything's been transpiring.
What I'm asking is, what are those things? Like, I'm asking you to
oh, sorry.
That's what we're asking.
Okay, so some of the stuff that I've noticed, like, see, I personally think that Sebastian never made it home that night. I think he left with somebody in the family from Texas Roadhouse.
Even though law enforcement said he made it home?
Yes.
So you think law enforcement is lying?
Yes.
And you're right, and he's wrong, and law enforcement are wrong.
What would law enforcement have to gain from lying about that situation, though?
I think there's a corruption involved in the police force there.
Based on
just perception of what's been going on with the case, with people going around taking down flyers, stopping. So let
me ask you this, Smoke. You're not from Hendersonville, are you?
No.
Okay, you understand that the state of Tennessee has a law that no paper goes on to utility poles, and if they do, the utility company will remove them.
I did not know that.
That is absolutely a law, specifically in Hendersonville and Davidson County, or Sumner County and Davidson County. So if you put any type of flyers on anything that is owned by the electric company or the power company in general, they will take it off. So with that being said, and I'm pretty sure you could probably contact the road department there in Sumner County and they would tell you the same thing. So if the county took them off because of the law, then wouldn't that indicate that that's not corruption? It's following the law?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You have a solid point.
Okay, so then what's our next thing? And I'm not trying to listen, I think that Chris and Katie could be just as guilty as anybody, right? Let me make that very clear. Absolutely. I just haven't seen anything yet, evidence-wise, that would say, yep, they did it. Or even to the point where I could stand here on a platform and say, I believe they did it, because believing something is like, I believe in the unicorn. You feel what I'm saying? I know they're not real, but I believe in them. Go
ahead, sorry.
No, it's just, and I just want you to understand that, like, it's okay for you to open your eyes and see some of these other things that may have been, shadowed to you because of maybe the group of people you were around. But I would encourage you to, with an open mind, go look at some of Nonsense's going over all the interviews. Go look at Cluminati's interviews. Even here on Granny's Watching, look at some of hers. And I encourage you to really dig deep into this case a little bit more without the blinders on, and you might see things differently. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You made a statement that I've used in a couple of my shows, actually. I think Truth has too, once or twice, but where you said, based on your knowledge and what your interpretation of it was that Seth Rogers is two different people, one person in real life and one person out here. What gave you that perception of him? What made you say that?
So there was some people that came up on TREV show one time that formerly worked for Seth that came out and said that Seth was not who he is on the camera or the panels. Mm-hmm. He actually was out there sexually harassing women that worked for him. Mm-hmm. He would constantly, ask females perverted sexual questions. And, that's when I started to realize, okay, well, who's the real Seth Rogers then? Like, if this is who he's coming up and portraying to be and trying to put on an act or whatever to, push the Cash App and all that stuff and whatever, it just made me open my eyes about Seth. Now, what I was saying about Katie and Chris is just my opinion. And, you've already proved me wrong on some things about the poll. So I had to retract my thought. You know?
Anytime you'd like to have a conversation over facts and evidence, I'll be more than glad to have that with you. I just think that if we're going to be people, and I don't even consider myself a creator, right? I'm just a person with an opinion and a loud mouth, all right? And so, but sometimes we got to be responsible for our words, right? And if we put things out there that inadvertently or directly affect someone else's life in a negative way based on non-truths, then we, as the person who put it out, are responsible for that, right? So if we've put out bad information, it is our responsibility to go then and do either another live or a video, correct the situation and make a public apology. I feel this is the thing. You have to use the same amount of energy making amends as you do to making the problem in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And there's enough misinformation that's been put out in this case. This is the child. We're all, Truth, me, Clue, I'm sure Granny, and a lot of other people are very personally invested in this case in a lot of ways. It's affected us all in a deep way, guy. And it's important to us. We've all put it out in a lot of ways, as you know. And to hear you come out like this, whoa, okay. So if you're coming, like he's saying, come clean with everything, come real and be real about it and nothing but, if you want to help the situation. Otherwise, it's just creating more problems. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Another thing that I noticed with Seth is how him and Trevor Lee situation erupted. Just with him threatening him live and then just having Tony Mathis follow up with the text messages. And that's one thing I put this out to Seth that I would love to help get on board and help look for Sebastian, but I'm not working with Tony Mathis. I refuse to. After watching Tony Mathis hijack that TikTok account that he made for Caleb Harris to turn it into his own personal TikTok because now it's monetized, he can get money through that. He built that entire channel up to spread awareness for Caleb Harris. Then he tore it right down, making it about him. With the whole alleged penis thing being shown, people conversating with Seth and telling him, a lot of people have came to Seth and said, hey, I think you should drop Tony Mathis. He's not listening to these people. And these are some people who sent money to him to help support him on his journey. And he's turning a blind eye and listening to this Tony Mathis guy.
Well, I'm going to jump down. I appreciate it, Granny, for letting me come up. I certainly do. Smoke, I wish the best for you, boss. I hope that maybe this is eye-opening for you and maybe you'll take a different approach and maybe look at things a little bit differently. And I hope that maybe you come to some peace with all of what's been going on. But, at the end of the day, just remember, this is an advantage that we have, right? It's not a disadvantage. And when it's used the proper way, we are unstoppable. Okay.
But I want to say again, guys, I am truly sorry for what I did to Clue.
Are you gonna say that to her yourself?
Yes, I will.
That's commendable. If you're gonna do that,
yes, I will.
Needs to be done, in my opinion.
Yep.
And thank you, Truth. Also, so you haven't gone to any law enforcement whatsoever with even the how can I say this? Like even the thought of what you think this may be at all as a tip per se?
No, because I can't prove it, and I don't want to contact them with something I can't prove 100%. It would waste their time. Just give them hearsay or just my opinion. If I don't have groundbreaking proof to back that 100%, I don't want to take them off the task of them possibly working on something right now that could tie in and get information out there that could maybe solve the case or help get it on the right track to solve it. Like right now, it's just speculation to what I've seen.
Well, speculation. There's always a tiny little bit of truth in every speculation. So something makes you think or feel, and I'm not attacking you by any means. I'm just, I just something makes you think or feel that he's with a relative, possibly. Is what
a relative or a close friend? Yes.
And is there any one specific thing that makes you come to that speculation or that theory?
Okay, you're trying to get them. I'm trying to get bored with
not one person in particular.
I'm waiting on
or a specific action that was done by somebody.
It's honestly just been me.
Okay, we're sliding. We're going back to when Clue comes up.
But that's true, Angel. He said he heard that on a panel. He said he heard on another channel, which honestly was this channel, and as well as JLR's, that Seth was, inappropriate with women.
Agreed. We've heard it too in other places.
We've all heard it. That we've heard it a lot now. It seems like that. Yeah.
Too. So.
Yeah.
Have you? No. Let me ask this question too. That's actually another question I was going to ask. Do you know how long Michaela and TREV were actually talking for?
Oh, you better not be going to watch Dago. What was that lady's name? She said she was exiting because I didn't know about Michaela and TREV's relationship. But did you just hear Dago ask about it too?
I do not. All I know is that he was moving out of his ex-girlfriend's house and was moving down somewhere. He said which was close to the case.
And when did that come about?
March.
In March.
You're echoing, Cletus.
In March. So in March, he said that he was moving down in Tennessee so he could be closer to the Sebastian case or whatever. And he said he was just moving in with somebody. And if I had to assume, I would say I think at the time that Michaela was either talking to Seth or maybe in a relationship that wasn't publicized. They were maybe talking to one another behind the scenes.
Okay.
So one could assume that.
Who the hell is I call BS? Who are you talking to? Like, are you all right? Are you talking to the computer? Are you talking to me? I mean, because you got my attention. Why don't you tell TREV that on his page? Look, I tagged him. It goes to his page and it goes to his email. He gets alerted. Believe you me, he will get the alert. He'll get the alert, honey. Yeah, we don't deal with people like you on this channel. So, yeah.
If they were in a
One and
relationship,
done. That's how we keep
he
it
came
clean
in and
around
just
here.
screwed
That's how
things
we
up.
keep it clean.
Maybe a personal vendetta between him and Seth, maybe?
She can go hang out on TREV's channel.
What are you doing? What are you doing right now? How you sitting up here?
Whenever he comes back live, you know, in another like couple weeks. Okay, so here's Clue. She's coming up. She's going to say her piece, and then we'll switch it over to TREV.
Breaking bread with this wannabe Slim Shady.
Yeah, so listen to her. She gets mad because she's like thinking Dago's being too soft with this guy. And her and Dago are supposed to be buddies. So her, Dago, and the other guy that was just on panel, Truth, they all will go on each other's panels all day. So like it'll be like Dago in the morning, or maybe like Truth in the morning, Dago in the morning or something. So let's say Truth and then Dago and then Clue will go. And then they'll all go on each other's panels too. I don't know how they have the time or the stamina.
Maybe a personal vendetta between him and Seth, maybe?
Well, I don't know how they have the time or the stamina.
Dale, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing right now?
Thank you,
How you sitting up here
Ladybug.
breaking bread with this wannabe
This
Slim
channel has the
Shady
best
motherfucker? Like, I'm just
creator
curious. What are you doing right now?
and chatting each
What are you
other.
doing?
Thank you.
No.
That's the same question Truth was, trying to figure out if it's true or not true. Waiting for you, truly.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
here's the
it's
problem.
edited.
Here's the problem.
It says
Exactly what is wrong with
they had to edit because Clue said the F word again.
people today. You can't trust
Mhm.
a snake. You don't know if anything he is saying right now to you is truth or a lie.
Very true.
And
Very
you're gonna
true.
sit up here. No, very true, very true. And you're gonna sit up here and be nice to him, bro. I got you. Play nice, play patty cake. with
Thank
this
you.
little bitch. You got a loyalty problem, Dago. On God. You got a real fucking loyalty
Nice
problem.
bully
For
on
real.
that. I know,
And
right?
hope everybody, how many people is in here right now? Over 1,000? I hope they all see it for themselves. Because let me tell you something. If it would have ever been anybody put your motherfucking information out there, you think I'm gonna sit there and play nice and talk?
Not that F word, spiced. Bliss. Do you say FAGGOT? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. I would love to
asked
know.
him if he was going to
You-
apologize to you live. That's what my question was mainly. Why I
This
come up here. And,
motherfucker ain't apologized to me once, bro. He ain't apologized to me once. What are you
and that's
talking
what I
about?
said to him. I said, are you going to give a public
Here,
apology?
I'll go
That's
down.
one of the main
I'll put it down a little because Clue does speak fast.
questions I
Fuck
asked
no,
him.
he's not. Because he's a pussy,
And
bro.
sorry about all the
that's what-
No,
language.
Clue, I am sorry
You
for what
don't
I did to you.
understand that?
Clue, I
There it
am
is.
sorry for what I did to you.
You are
Hey,
sorry.
I understand.
Look,
I
look, look,
I understand you're mad.
You don't understand. Hey, let me speak. You don't understand, bro. You don't have to tell me you're sorry. Bitch, I already know this. I'm not Dago. I'm not Truth. I'm damn sure not Granny, who was like literally going to put you up on my panel like you're worth the seat.
So then I had no way of
You say,
apologizing to you then
I don't
until
trust.
now.
Yeah,
Like, this is,
I'm
I
sorry.
mean,
it's
I'm
weird
sorry,
that they
you son of a
talked
bitch.
about
I'm
this
sorry.
out
You
so
maybe you're
fast.
just fucking stupid. Maybe you're not sorry. Maybe you're just stupid. You don't know I got a channel. You don't know.
I'm gonna actually let's say that because I forgot about that. So Dago, I guess, and Clue are friends again. This just happened yesterday.
I got a chat. You couldn't have come in there and said something before you come up here. Nah, bitch. Miss me with. That's exactly why people like TREV can tell you to do their dirty work.
Wouldn't
Because
talk
you're
to me
so
like
fucking
that.
sorry, you're gonna do it.
Jan, I have no
Piss
idea. I
on
don't
me
think she wants
again,
to be around us
TREV. I
anymore,
liked it.
Maribeth.
That was nice. Little bitch
I'm just
boy.
kidding. I don't know. She's probably sleeping.
I got issues.
Oh,
Oh, for
yeah.
real.
No,
Gonna
she's
send
got
her
a
a bad
lot.
email, that's for sure.
Like I'm sorry.
You could have went into her
This
channel.
right
She's
here,
right.
this right
Anytime.
I could have, but you know,
It's right. But I'm a pussy. Just say
Yeah,
it.
sure.
Like that. It is what it is, bro.
I'm not a
You
pussy.
show-
I'm not
You
scared.
know what you show.
I just don't think it's no need for any of that. I mean,
How
I'm
long
here.
ago did that happen? And then you break up with him, and you haven't not gone into her channel, my channel, Truth channel, and she's been in all of them. You could have done it at any time. She's right,
You're right. I could have.
but you didn't. That's the point right there. You
Yeah.
didn't.
You're right. I didn't.
100%.
And what you did to her, was personal.
You're trying to get subs because you
Poor
know
Granny,
Granny
she's just sitting there.
people.
Oh,
I don't even care about the
Or
number,
Clue.
who's watching, how many people are watching. That's not the important factor here.
And
You're a
again,
fucking liar and a cow. Show the fuck up. You know the address. You got the balls to put the shit out there. Show the fuck up.
I know that's right, bitch.
Pull
Show
up.
the fuck up.
I don't know your
think
address.
I think people need to start settling shit that way. You got a motherfucking problem with me? You want to put my motherfucking up? I'm a goddamn bitch, and I will whoop you like the fucking pussy ass dude you are. On God.
You want to do something for true crime? Go the fuck away.
She probably could have got her point across without
you
all
all
the
have a right
cussing,
for your
but,
opinion.
you know,
I mean, I ain't mad about it.
I
Truth
understand
said
why
the
she's
same
so
thing.
mad.
You need to take some
I
time off
mean,
of here after what you.
She does have she has a daughter. I don't know if it's out there. I think it's out there that she's a teenager. I won't say her age, but she's a teenager. And that's scary. Okay. That's scary to me. If somebody were to put my information out online, I would be scared. I would be getting more cameras. Like we have a Ring doorbell, but I'd be plugging in the ones inside. Because, I always tell you guys, always have them unplugged. But I would be adding extra security, somehow getting extra security if I knew that I was doxxed. Like that's very scary. I mean, there was probably another way to go around it, but that's Clue's way of going around things. That's just her personality, and she was mad.
You've done,
but I
you
understand
put their personal information out, bro. That's
Yes,
just,
I did.
They purposely kept it quiet for a reason.
And it was wrong for me to do.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do, Smoke? If one day my child gets hurt, what you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
No one's ever threatened to dox me before. I don't think.
Fucking set shows up in my motherfucking house. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when some motherfucker on this goddamn internet does what they fucking did?
I don't either, Sherry Ann. I don't either.
You gonna say sorry, Ben? You son of a bitch. No,
I am
you're
sorry.
You are a fucking pussy, bro.
Look, I'm sorry for what I did. It was wrong for me to put your information out.
I don't fucking care. I don't care. That's what you don't understand.
Well, then you don't care.
Apology ain't shit either. And that's what's wrong with half these people that watch this fucking YouTube shit. Y'all don't understand. When a person shows you already that they are nobody, they will never be somebody. But that's okay. Y'all keep that little level of immaturity. I'm going to be over here where I am, living it up. Peace.
Thank you, Granny, for having me. I appreciate it very much.
You're
you might
welcome.
want to think about all of that stuff that was said, honestly. Okay.
Yeah.
Because ain't none of it bullshit.
And then Dago's just like,
the main question I wanted to come up here to ask you was if you were going to, whether she accepts it or not.
how do you come back from that, Dago?
What you
Really?
did was indisputable.
Clue just went off the rails on you.
It's not something that goes away, dude.
I know. It doesn't.
They're right, 100% right. What if something were to happen? Okay.
Then that would be on me. It would be my fault, and I would.
But that doesn't take it away,
it.
though. Whether it's on you or not, it doesn't change it happening.
I mean, I just don't get it. I don't get how creators can seriously. How do y'all get so close to where it gets this damn serious? Do you know what I mean? Like, I get close with my chat. I love my chat. I think y'all are awesome. I really do. Like, our chat that we usually have in here, we're all cool. I mean, our chat tonight's cool too, but you know what I mean? Like, on our normal lives, we have a really good chat. Man, I'm thankful for y'all. I'm thankful for you guys. I'm sure their chat be wilding out. They may make way more money than me, but I mean, my sanity is still there for the most part. Now, this was TREV's response on his page. There's his page. Okay. And I love his AI generated, stuff here. It's funny. So hold up. A certain someone is saying, I made them pick up a phone and call into troll about nasty, disgusting, human degrading stuff. To say I made someone call me while I'm on a live air, pretend to be someone else and act as if they were a child predator's best friend while making up wild allegations is outright evil and disgusting. TREV, you lying. You so lying. The devil is out here moving in full force, and you're going to hear the voices. You're going to hear the voices. I'm going to play you a little bit of this voice before I play the caller. And I say, I made you dox someone when you clearly won. Okay, so, and to say, I made you dox someone. So he's saying that okay. One, an adult, that when you're clearly an adult, chose to do it yourself without anyone begging you. And 4, doing the full research yourself. People want to destroy me, but I won't let you disturb my peace. I'm enjoying time with my children. When did he get his children back? Like, no offense. I mean, really, because I know that he was like behind on the child support about 40 grand. And she was going on Detective John's show talking about it. So, and the kids were on the damn YouTube too. TREV's wife and his children were on a show talking about how TREV does not pay his child support. YouTube's fun. YouTube is so much fun. Oh, thanks, Barbie, for the $4.99. Thank you so much. It really helps the channel. We love this channel. Oh, I appreciate what you do. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. I really do. You guys are always so kind. You guys really are. You really are kind. Man, that's messy, isn't it? Man, that's messy. Okay, so if you weren't such a troll, if that even was you, you know who your friend is from 2013 by his voice. Come on, TREV. TREV. If you weren't such a troll, if that was even you, you are demented and need to get some help because you're outright sick in the head. The fact that you think what you're doing is cute is absolutely dark and evil in the worst way. Anyway, see you all live this week. Block out the evil. Oh my Lord. Oh, he did actually. I think he put a video up. He did a video. I saw it earlier. I didn't see it, but I saw that he put it up. Yeah. I must have clicked on it. But yeah, this is how much I watch him. I watched him here for this phone call. I don't watch him. Don't watch him. Don't care for him. So let's go back real quick. Here's voice real quick.
Okay. It doesn't. And I own up to that, and I take full responsibility of that. And
okay. I think we all know we've been listening to him for damn near 2 hours or something. And go over here. I'm just going to leave it like this so we can look at the live. Oh, look who's in there. Oh man, I can't. Oh, I wish I could pull her up. Oh man. Apparently he didn't just owe child support. He also left the kids and was hiding from them. Yeah, hiding from the child support. Yeah, he was great. He was watching. He was. Mm-hmm. Does anybody else see who's in TREV's chat? Oh, geesh. It's Brittany. What does she say? Be careful, TREV. Why? Why is she saying be careful? She knows something too. I bet she does. She probably knows. What do you mean be careful? Be careful for what?
I'm like, what is this coming? Okay.
Oh man, it was just a crazy caller, but who cares? Yeah.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna call it right now, real quick. And then I'll continue.
This right here, I would have been side-eyeing as soon as he said, "I'm gonna call someone," because you know him. He takes call-ins. He don't call out. It's a call-in show, and he's always like, "My phones are going off the hook, man." I used to listen to him back in Idaho days, here and there. So why would he take the time to call this dude? And he calls him multiple times.
You taking phone calls? The email. Let me copy and paste it right here.
That's craziness.
Bear with me 1 second. What the heck is? Where'd it go?
Yeah,
Where the heck did it go? 1 second.
I mean, if the man can't even put a shirt on for his lives, I'm gonna say it again. Because I said it before, and I'll say it again. TREV. I know you started putting on the wife beaters because I talked about you not wearing a shirt. Because he used to just not wear a shirt sometimes at all. Just not at all. And I said, I wish I could do that. It was a joke at the time. But now, still a joke because I'd like to joke. TREV, a wife beater is not going to cut it. At least get some V-neck, white pack, 6-pack of V-necks or something. You know, you could change it up. You could do like a crew neck every once in a while. And then like a V-neck or, maybe it's hot where he's living.
Freaking tabs are acting up here. I see that person's trying to call too.
Oh yeah, this is before he moved.
1 second. We're about to get I don't know who this is. So again, if y'all like,
I
be
don't know
honest
who
in
this
chat. If you
is.
feel this is somebody trolling, or you may think they're genuine, like let me know what you think. I'm gonna tell you too.
I'm
Obviously,
gonna tell you right now. I know your ass is lying.
people reach out all the time. I don't know if they're serious. I don't
I
know
don't watch
what
this show.
what their intention is, but we're about to find out right now. Hold up, I'm gonna type
With
this
the
straight
beanie
from
on
here.
his head.
Um,
Has he been wearing them lately? It's probably damn near 100 degrees down
I
Tennessee.
don't know why my copy and
Probably
paste
wearing
isn't
them.
working.
Share me too.
Where the heck did that email go?
Where'd that go? Where'd that text message go? Where'd that contact go? Not that Nina.
Hold up. All right, let's try it. Here we go. Here we go. Oh my God. Hopefully this ain't no troll doing this either.
Like, I mean,
hopefully it is not a troll. I swear, it better not be a troll, or I'm gonna be like, what is going on?
somebody needs to do a remake. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Someone needs to do a remake of him making this phone call right now. Like, seriously. I'm just, this better not be a troll, man. You guys tell me if this is a troll. Is it a troll while he has Maddie Soto's mom on the free, or, Jen Soto on here shaking like a leaf? I don't believe a word she says either. I heard about the dog. Did he lie about the dog? I was wondering what happened with the dog. Where is the dog?
I mean, you got to answer the phone if you want to get through.
Did it die of cancer?
If you want to talk, you got to answer the phone. I'll try you one more time, and if not, I'm opening lines.
That'd be amazing. Let's
email me again or something, or try to get through.
That would be some good views. Me too, Carl.
Hello?
Oh, it was Athena's
Hello.
dog. Okay.
Hello, who's this?
Did you send an email saying you were friends or knew Steven Stearns?
I absolutely did. That's me. What's up, buddy?
So what would you like to tell us about Steven Stearns?
Well, I can tell you I went to school with him for at least 4 years, and he was a psychopath then. And, I mean, he's always exerted anger problems and stuff, and I think he's also mentally ill. So that's just my opinion. He's always been questionable. He's a weird guy.
Like, what kind of weird stuff, though?
Oh, he would always talk about how, he would always like have weird feelings about younger girls and stuff, like girls in like the younger grades and stuff. Questionable stuff. As we were in like higher grades, he'd always had weird fetishes and stuff about the girls, trying to sneak in the locker rooms, all that weird stuff. Man, he was a weirdo for sure. I will say he got picked on a lot too, and I always, trying to be a nice guy.
What personal story? Like, all right, let me just say this because I like what Mom the Five King said. What can you give a personal story of when any personal story with you and this dude that you can remember?
Well, I kind of don't want this to get out because I don't want my life being in jeopardy. I mean, if you can make an agreement that this ain't gonna get out to the public, then I might be able to spill some beans on some stuff that could probably get him in prison for an even longer time.
You're on there, buddy.
Damn.
You lied.
I mean, yeah, I get that. Do you have any more specifics about like
you ain't gonna tell him he's live right now?
Anything about him, his characteristics, or anything like if I don't,
I don't know. I wonder, Granny.
Absolutely. So
I meant to
all
leave
throughout high school and even up into, I actually hung out with him, partied for a little bit too as well. Outside of high school, we went to parties and stuff. He was always the type of guy that always would like to linger around and females and stuff like that and get dabbled into stuff that I didn't like getting into.
Y'all gonna be
you do know we're live though, right? I mean, I know you
y'all gonna be caught.
I'm just saying.
Oh, you guys are live?
Yeah, you know we're live. I mean, you emailed.
You know we're live. He said that with such conviction. You know we're live.
I didn't think you were live.
Some insight. Oh my, ain't feeling this.
Okay. Are you ready for the big heavy information on him? Because I mean, this might
We're
get
ready
him in
for
more
any
trouble.
we haven't gotten any information. What do you mean heavy information?
Yeah.
I mean, it looks so bad.
Well,
Like
what I will
Brittany
tell
even
you is
left
after
the
high
chat.
school, I caught up with him for a little bit. I hung out with him a little bit, went to party scenes and stuff with him. He was always into meth and stuff like that, hardcore drugs, but I'm guessing he got off of them over the years. I did see him, about 6-7 years ago, and he kind of sobered up a little bit. But times that I've seen him, he was just the same guy he was in high school. But I will tell you, there was a time where
I'm wondering when he said
he got
that.
into a lot of heavy stuff. Like
I'm wondering whenever he did say that they know smoke. I'm wondering.
he was
It had to
into
have been. Maybe he said it, and then they're like, "Oh no, they must not have known," or he said it on the the March 5th call,
underage
after
sex
that
with
call.
girls. And there was a time when we were at a party, and one of the guys that we were hanging out with at the time.
I wonder if he took any time apart off from March 5th. If he took a week or something off after that phone call. I'm gonna check.
Had a younger daughter who was maybe around 8 or 9 years old, and he went in there and was trying to do some stuff with her, and then that guy went to get into a altercation with Steven, and one thing led to another, and he was not allowed around there, but he was willing to go in there, and he was in his mid-20s, early 30s at the time. So, yeah, he was trying to do stuff with his 8-year-old daughter.
That's
I mean, a little alcohol and drugs involved, and he'll do some stuff that a normal man wouldn't do.
Yeah, but why if that's things that people seen and did, why wouldn't they report that to the police? Why wouldn't you know what I mean? Why wouldn't you put that? Why wouldn't you report it to the police?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's just one of those things where I don't know for sure.
I mean, because it's funny because another one of his friends came out somewhere. I don't know who. I just see the emails that come through. He isn't lying. The other guy said he had an underage girlfriend.
I wonder if he did. He was talking in my complaining about it in my comment
He's
section.
actually had a lot of underage girlfriends.
He was in my comment section the other day talking about it. I said, "You be all right. Just tell him to give you the blankets."
And I mean, he's
Give
done
the
a lot
warm
of stuff
blanket.
that's questionable. What? When I saw the actual evidence that came out against him on the case and stuff that's going
Welcome in,
on,
Nick. Hey, Buster.
Wait, hold on. Before we go on a little further, can you at least give us your name, first name, something?
Yes, and his friend right here. Okay. This right here, this is all fake. So that's what we're going over tonight. This is as fake as Stefan Stearns' tears. It's like almost perfect that they have this playing behind them. TREV got his old buddy, old Little Smoke, to call in and act like he was a friend of Stefan Stearns in the Matasoto case. The little girl that was unalived and essayed by her stepfather, this guy right here, for years and years and years and years and years and years and years, her whole life, pretty much. So TREV got his buddy that's on his channel sometimes, Little Smoke, to pretend like he was a friend of Stefan to get the money for the views. Because if he called in and said that, people, I mean, there would be views. And he did get his 100,000 views if you add the two videos together. Crazy. Actually,
my name is Rick Armstrong. And I've known Steven since high school.
Rick Armstrong. Hold up. Rick Armstrong. How do you spell Armstrong?
ARMSTRONG.
Okay. Rick Armstrong.
Come on now, T-Rev.
I just spelled it out and put it right in. All right, Rick Armstrong. It's saying, all right, so this is Rick Armstrong. Let me get this right. Rick Armstrong, you knew Steven Stearns. You've seen weird things with Steven Stearns.
Absolutely. I've seen it countless times, man. I've seen him go and do some weirdo stuff like sit in front of a park and watch kids and stuff. And he's one type of guys where
I believe him. Our website.
It's about a good thing he's getting locked up, and
you got no.
He's done some questionable things. He's always been a threat to.
Did you report any of this to the police after this crime had taken place here? Like this crime here, did you report any of these things to the prosecutors in Florida? Like of this behavior?
Dude, lying 10,000%.
Are you still there with us, Rick? I think you're muted.
Rick sucks.
I don't know if he hung up or what, but what?
They're service probably cut out. And then he hung up. He said, he's going to say, well, I better call him back. Because that's the thing to do, right?
Oh my God.
Is call him back.
Like,
Let's call him
I
back.
don't know if he muted or what exactly. I'm just saying. Did you tell the
My
prosecutors
Lord.
in Florida? Did you call them up and let them know about information like this? Was it reported to the local police? That I mean, damn, if somebody seen him with some underage girlfriends, they could have called the damn police and
Nick
reported this a
Armstrong.
long time ago. So in another sense, it'd be if, and I'm going to take that call. I don't even know. I'm
He
going to take that
gone.
with a grain of salt because you never know who's who. And I want everybody in here to also.
I don't know if he talks to him anymore.
Mhm.
Okay, we got the gist of that. So we're going to go to the next one here. Because he's on a roll.
Works.
Right.
And so
That's what they
I'm
say.
sure somebody is like, you know,
Yeah.
I mean,
For sure. It's
somebody said that
Maybe it was there.
I think they didn't think it was him. And if he had known this back then, why didn't he say something?
Yeah, and he said he wanted to address. He emailed and said, "I've been trying to get through. I can't get through, but I want to address."
And I've seen all your
The side of the road broke down and broke in and killed her. But
yeah, there was
the neighbor lied across the street and said she seen him put the body in the trunk, and he
Yeah.
never did that ever.
And-
There definitely needs to be. Let me check.
I did just a little while ago. So it says Elijah Vu.
We got some stuff to talk about that too, and I appreciate you calling in. Thank you for sending that email. I'm gonna check that out too. Thank you for
And
being tuned
God
into the
bless
show
using
and
shit.
actually taking a part of the show.
It's all part of the
Thank you.
show.
Thank you for all you do and being a voice for these kids. Thank you.
God bless you, ma'am.
Man, every
too, love
time he
you.
says it, cuts into me.
Love you back.
People that say God bless you and they, you know what I mean? That they're not being genuine. It cuts through my heart. You know what I mean? Don't be saying God bless me. God's blessed me. God needs to bless you, sir.
Here we go. I guess let me shoot him back a call.
Oh, look at him. He's calling him again.
So this person is the
So instead of him having these callers calling to him, TREV, you are not reading your emails like that. None of us read our emails. We are all of us creators. I'm going to say as a whole, we all stink at reading emails. He did not go through his email and go, "Oh, this." You heard what the guy said in the last video, right? He didn't say anything of substance. Like, so you would read that on a piece of paper, like through an email or whatever. And that's the guy you would pick to call back? No, you would throw that email out or you would just start scrolling past it. There's no way any person with a
person
brain
that Doug was talking about, our first caller,
would call that guy back.
Let's
This
see
is
what
Rick.
the air clear needs to be.
Calling Rick. Now, on the first video, he got 46,000 views. On this video, 50,000.
Clear the air.
And he's had a lot of callers on his channel. Did you guys really think that he was just that good, that he was getting these callers because people wanted to call into his channel? The guy that raps music about missing and unalived children, that gets his rap music from AI generated bots. It's not even his own words. None of the stuff on his page is even his own words. If it's spelled correctly and done in a normal format, it's AI. You can tell. So you're not even talking to a real person or being rapped to by a real rapper. But the spirit box, that's all TREV.
Hello?
Hello. Is this Rick?
Man, TREV.
Yeah, who is this?
You yesterday you emailed me, you just emailed me again and said somebody said something you want to clear the air.
Well, tell you what. Yeah, and I think I remember who this is. And I think this is what TREV in your show.
I think I remember who this is.
I've seen everything that was going on. I went back and I found your stream and I watched it. And I've seen all your chat on there running their mouth, calling me, saying that I'm a liar and saying all kinds of stuff. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not a liar. They can say whatever they want. I don't care. But I'm not happy about it. You know, I'm not happy.
No, but what bothered you the most, like that you seen?
Just them basically saying that I'm some kind of a troll or that I'm some kind of person on here that's just trying to call you and give you misinformation.
Well, no. I think it's the simple fact that people are saying if you've seen those things, why didn't you report it to the police then? I think that's more of what it is that could, that the people are saying from what the comments that I've read. It's more of why didn't if he's seen these things, if this guy's seen the things that he said, why did he not report it to police? I think that's more of what the people, more of the majority of the people are saying in the totality of it. You know what I mean? That's what I think personally, just from comments that I've read.
I gave you tasteful information. I gave you tasteful information that could help out the case a lot, and everyone was chiming out saying that I'm just.
How would that
making
help?
stuff up.
Anything you said.
These people don't know a damn thing. I gave you tasteful information. I told you. Everyone calls him Stefan or whatever. I knew him by Steven. Unless he gave me an alias, I'm sorry, but that's what I knew him by. And I feel like you're just taking that information, and your chat's taking that information, and you're stretching it or some shit. I don't know. All I will know is when I seen the chat, everyone mouthing, it got me. It got under my skin because I'm not here to take away from the actual case. I'm here to shed some light because I actually know the guy.
I mean, okay. I'm just saying though, in general, when it comes to this, when it comes to what was said about you in chat, I'm almost positive it was from what I just said about not letting police know that this guy, that you've seen things like this, like him with minors and stuff like, because that's what was said yesterday. You said you seen stuff with minors, so why didn't you report it? That's what the majority is saying, and I thought the same thing.
Well, I mean, at the time, though, I mean, we're a lot older than some of you folks. You know, we're not the same. You know, we're a lot older than some of you folks. So at the time, you know, of course that was frowned upon, but there's a lot of stuff that happened back in the day that wouldn't, you know, go around now because it's just different times. You know how many rock
What the
stars
hell are you talking about?
or singers back in the day that were having relations with underage girls that never got covered by media or nothing? But nowadays is you know, I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying different time period.
Just look the other way. Look the other way.
All right. So let me. All right. So if what type of stuff did Steven Stearns do then? What type of stuff did you see him do? I mean,
Give us anything
with your own eyes that you've been around.
Well, I've seen him try to pick up younger girls that were, you know, we were in our teens. We were like our 16, 17 years old. And he'd try to go after 8 or 9-year-old girls, sometimes even 10 or 11, to have sex with them, be in a relationship with these younger children. I've seen it.
Oh,
my question is this, you know, why all of a sudden is this information getting brought out? If anyone looks deep enough, you can find information yourself. There's plenty of people in Florida now that still know him.
9 years old though.
9 or 10, I would say. There were a few that were 9 or 10 years old, and then I know that there were some who were 12 and 13 years old.
You know how hard that is to listen to hear someone say they seen with not him try to hook up with 9 and 10. That's hard to hear for me. I mean, I want to say what then you didn't think that was fucking wrong?
I thought it was wrong. I questioned him about some of the stuff, but he threatened to cause me physical
I didn't even
harm.
know about all that, about the dog and the cancer and the.
Okay, I mean, I can get that. I can get that. But damn,
wow,
like at 8, 9, I don't know. I'd report that. But I mean, I don't know what your age was at the time too. So I guess the age factor would matter into everything when it comes to how old you guys were at that time.
TREV, listen to this.
But your mindset, you thought that this person was really going to hurt you, or you were in fear for your safety, and you didn't.
I can actually help you guys. Let me show you something. Let me show you something real quick, because this really helped me. And it's going to help your sanity. It's going to help your sanity. So I'm going to show you real quick, just so I don't forget. Okay. Now, if you, let me make sure it's still like that, because, you know, they didn't switch anything up on me, did they? Okay. Share this tab here. And look, there's me on my other channel, Unfiltered. 5 people over there watching. Thank you all so much. I appreciate that. But you can go over here to your tabs, your feed or whatever, and you can go to these 3 buttons. See these right here? Let's find somebody that I don't want. I don't know. I feel bad doing that to somebody. Okay, I'm not going to do it to anybody. But if you just go like to the 3 little buttons here, like the 3 little dots, you can go down here and you go to either not interested, it won't recommend it as much. But if you go to do don't recommend channel, you will never see anything from that channel on your feed again. I did it to Truth and Transparency. It's the only person I've done it to because I'm about to do it to another person too, because I can't stand that woman and I didn't want her anything to see anything of hers on my feed. But yeah, you could do that. It's really awesome little thing. And it's going to save you a lot. And you know what I mean? Because we hate watch. We all do it. We all do it. Let's just admit it. We all do it. So it's a good way to not hate watch, which I wouldn't hate watch her because I just don't like her. But you know what I mean? Like some people, we like to hate watch, put them people in that list and then they won't come up in your feed. So they won't remind you that you hate them to watch them. Does it make sense?
So, okay, that noise in the background. One of my mics has
baby girl.
It's a now I don't know for sure if this is what it is, but it seems highly likely. It's like an electronic dispenser that goes off at certain times to feed the bird or whatever. Yeah. And you can control this thing with an app.
Well, I mean, his word, one of the people's words.
And a lot of us believe possibly maybe it was a distraction. He set it off because the minute she started talking about we dropped her off, that's when it went off. But I mean, to me, I think that's what it is. And that's why it repeated itself, and you heard it.
I actually sound like it actually sounds crazy in that, but it sounds crazy, but it sounds like that could be that exactly what you just said.
Yeah, go back and listen to it, and you'll hear like it'll sound like food drop, some kibbles or whatever, bird seed. Then you'll hear that weird. I think that's him, a recording of him. And then you hear more, like a little handful drops, the recording, and then boom, it goes off again, handful of bird seed drops, and then the recording again. But I'm just saying, and listen, I'm with you. We got to be careful. I'm with you all the way. Normally, I try to be a little less open about, speculating, but I've caught this woman. There's multiple lies. She's told multiple lies already. I mean, things just don't add up. Compare it with any other mom that we've seen in the grieving phase. We've even had professional, I'm drawing a blank right now, body language experts.
Yeah.
Who are saying,
I love body language experts. I love them to death. They call shit out.
They do. But I don't want to hold you. I needed to call in and say that, but I appreciate you and thank.
I didn't even listen to the end of that phone call. I was typing in the chat. It went by so fast. Okay. Okay, I think I got that. I don't know. I might have spelled something wrong. What did he say at the end? I missed that. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna go back.
Thank you. To be, I'm scared.
It actually sounds crazy.
Anything.
Hold up. That person actually is trying. Did they try to call back? All right.
No, I'll answer. If the guy says he's the Pope, he's not the Pope. And I'm not saying men.
Yeah,
here, like this crime here. Did you report any of these things to the prosecutors in Florida? Like of this behavior?
Sick. Shaking my head, Brittany said.
Are you still there with us, Rick? I think you're muted.
He needs to go to police. I believe him.
I don't know if he hung up or what.
Oh, we're still.
What is going on?
Ain't that correct?
I don't know if he muted or what exactly. I'm just saying. Did you tell the prosecutors in Florida? Did you call them up and let them know about information like this? Was it?
So, literally, he asked a question. Did he get anything out of that guy? Because I didn't hear anything of substance.
Friends. I mean, he's done a lot of stuff that's questionable.
What?
Like what?
When I saw the actual evidence that came out against him on the case and stuff that's going on,
what? Hold on. And before we go on a little further, what can you at least give us your name, first name, something?
Rick.
Okay.
My name is Rick Armstrong.
The wrong one. That's right. Okay. I was like, why are we
talk to
listening
police
to more?
because of fear for your safety. I'm trying to
Okay.
factor in how old you
I was
were
like, why
then
are we
when this
listening to the
happened. So
same
how
one
old
over
were you
again?
when
Sorry,
he was trying
my
to hook up
brain's
with those types that you're talking
short-circuiting.
about? How old were you?
I've watched these both like 2 or 3 times over now.
18 years old.
16?
18 years old. 18.
18.
18 years old.
18 years old. I'm pretty much basically a year younger than him. And he was doing all that stuff. TREV, listen, I'm going to tell you something right now. And I hope you are alive because I want this brought out. There were certain times where I would pull him to the side and tell him that his whole entire attitude and his approach to this was completely reckless. And you know what he would do? He would laugh it off and say, hey, man, who's going to catch me?
So this guy is saying he knew Stephen Stearns and he did nothing about it when Maddie Soto was being essayed. Because Maddie was only 15 years old. And he was doing it since she was a little girl.
Who's going to rat on me? Are you going to rat on me? Are you going to roll on me and tell somebody? He goes, you're only guilty if you get caught.
Too. I'm going to put them in the chat. That's the first video.
I ain't never been too speechless before.
Shut up, TREV. First video is, if you want to watch it, it's going to be around the 30-minute mark.
Yeah, you should have at least told your parents. 18 is
I
an
told
adult.
my parents.
18.
They told me not to hang out with him anymore. I told plenty of people. I told my softball coach.
And then that one's the hour 46-minute mark.
And nothing ever got
Jones
done
didn't
about
help me with that tonight. Thanks, Joneson. If you're listening.
I would like to think that whatever happens to him in this outcome, that when he meets God himself, he will be punished for this. And I hope he sees. I hope
you guys know this is.
God. I hope.
You know, everyone knows this is TREV's friend, right? TREV had his friend, Little Smoke, put on this shit show, a fake accent, fake talking, everything. So that they could gain money by gaining views. And TREV was supposed to repay him and helping him get subscribers for his new channel that he just got. So everything that this person is saying is not true because this is a fake person. Well, it's Little Smokey, or whatever his name is.
He gets punished before he gets to see that stage. I hope he gets sent to general population and someone gets a hold of him. Because I think it is sick. A lot of people in your chat may think that I'm just some kind of creep like him. And I've never done anything like that. I may have done some drugs or, got minors some alcohol and bought beer for minors and stuff, but I've never put my hands on a minor.
What did you just say?
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, my God. He's damn. This
Better
is
shut
crazy,
the stream
man.
down.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know if I'm being trolled right now or what is going on
here. We're talking about the early 2000s here.
So?
Man. How old are you now?
I'm 36.
I'm 38. And that's not acceptable. And that guy, whoever's talking, he sounds older than 36. Whatever voice he's trying to do. No. Man, you got...
All right. Well,
there is a way to talk to people. Okay? There's a way to talk to people, and there's a way to not talk to people. And it's all about common sense. It's really, that's it. As somebody that supposedly they diagnosed me as autistic, I have a lot of common sense. I know how to talk to people. I'm like a damn chameleon. You know what I mean? I could talk to anybody. Most people that have autism, they have, difficulties with socialization, but not me. Just in person, I guess.
All right, man. Anything else that anybody should know about
I'd be hiding.
So-called friend?
Look at this. So-called friend.
Well, I mean, I gave you a lot of information, but I will tell you, if I catch your chat slandering my name or trying to say shit, there will be repercussions.
Well, okay.
Well, I mean, I can't promise you, dude, that people aren't gonna, badger this call or criticize it because you put this out on the air. You know, I'm live. You hit me with the email. You said specifically that you wanted to address somebody. That's why I called you. But again, I wanted to let you hit the floor and let you tell whoever you wanted to tell. I can't control my chat. I can control what I say, but I can't control my chat. This is a free thinking platform. Everybody has the right to think what they want to think. Whether
they even have a little fake fight.
I can't stop the people from believing what they want to believe. This is a free thinking platform.
He hasn't even said anything.
I'm gonna believe some. You may have some people that believe you.
Yeah, we bought some beer for him, and he used to like girls that were young.
I don't know, but again,
what? What the hell did I do?
Well, yeah, exactly. What kind of context did he give us? Nothing.
Let's jump. Do you want me to tell you why? I mean, if you were 18 and
if you gave TREV money and during this stream, you're shit out of luck. But damn, take it as a precaution. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, even before you hit subscribe to a channel, if you don't feel like don't subscribe to any channel until you do a little bit of research. Just go back a little bit. Go back and see, maybe their oldest video to their newest video. Now, mine's going to be totally different because my oldest video is me talking about the coronavirus, but you'll be able to see me and see how I act compared to now. Do you know what I mean? I'm about to put up my first video and show y'all because that's a good thing to show y'all. I might have to do that sometime. Just so you can see somebody that doesn't change up anything. But if you do that, you may see, or maybe you go back and you're like, wait, they've been on the platform for 5 years, but they only have 4 videos. Why is that? Then you can question it. Question those things.
Seen this guy with an 8-9-year-old.
If you see something that's weird, more than likely it's weird.
Go down to the police station. It doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? How could you not go to the police station?
If not, just ask me. I'll tell you.
Report that. Like, that doesn't make no sense.
I've been here with an 8-9-year-old. I just know that he's told me he's been with 8-9-year-olds. I've seen him personally with 12, 13-year-olds kissing on them, doing things that he shouldn't be doing. Yeah, but I've personally never seen him do anything with an 8 or 9-year-old.
Okay, so you didn't see him do anything with 8 or 9-year-old, whatever. But you saw him doing something with 12, 13-year-old, and you still didn't do anything.
I've seen.
TREV done put his camera on with the wife beater.
Before he has. He told me the younger the better.
Wonder if it's the same one. Or if he's got like a 6-pack,
that would be something that you report to the police immediately, especially being 18. I mean, I was 18 once. That would have been reported to the police if I seen that. Come on. That's I mean, we're talking 9, 8, 10, 11. It doesn't matter.
I can't make fun of them too much. I wear like the same. If I find something that I like, I'll buy it in every color.
Those all of the pages. Every
all your chat can get punished in the fucking mouth. That's what needs to happen.
All right. Chill it down. Chill it down, Sparky.
That's crazy, Austin.
All right.
I'll need to see if he was going to address it.
Look, man.
Did he address any of this madness? Because I'm surprised he hasn't flew in my chat yet, like a bat out of hell.
But I'm just saying, you came on a social platform with people on here saying Steve or Stefan.
I forget what he said last time. Man, it was golden though.
Whatever, and that you see
find out
9 or try to hook up with 9-year-olds and 10-year-olds.
That find out.
You don't find nothing wrong with that in that capacity of your mind. You don't find nothing wrong with that. Level out with me here for a second, Rick. Level out with me and tell me straight up. You don't see nothing wrong with talking to or seeing one of your friends talk to a kid such as 9, 10, 11, and 12, 13. It don't matter. You don't see nothing wrong with that. Yes or no?
No, I do not see nothing wrong with that. Because you know why? Because me and Steven were both part of a fucking ring. How about that?
Because what?
Nah, I call bullshit. No way.
Wait, hold on. So me and Steven were both a part of what? And he hung up on him, right?
Man, come on. No way. 219-85-96.
Why would you hang up on that? Why would you hang up on that? That was just getting good. You know what I mean? That looked like a bad soap opera. Oh my God. Hate those freaking soundboards. I hate them soundboards. I know y'all love soundboards because, I mean, I don't know, people love that crap, I guess, but you're never going to hear me ringing a bell over here unless it's a cowbell. I do like a nice old-fashioned cowbell. You won't hear it. I can't do the soundboards. They kill me. I guess if it was my own sounds, I'd do it because I have some pretty cool sounds. The poor me they're trying to bring me down real late. He did do that. Oh my. I'm going to stream that tomorrow if he did. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't do drama, but I will be watching it. I will be watching it. A cowbell. Debbie, I've played the cowbell before. My friend had a band. They would use it sometimes. It was like a country folk band, and they let me do the triangle sometimes. Oh, when I had that one night. Oh, I had so much fun with that one night. Give a drunk person, an instrument and let her play. It was when I was in my early 20s. Haven't drank in like 9 years or something. His soundboards are funny. That one is pretty funny. It does make me laugh. I don't know Emily's bakers though. But see, you guys love soundboards. I can't do them. I think it's I don't want to blame it on autism, but I think it's sensory. It's a sensory thing. It just annoys me. I don't know. But it just makes it okay. If you're in true crime, like Emily D. Baker's a little different. She's more like, like she's a relaxed lawyer. Do you know what I mean? But like if you're in true crime and you're talking about a true crime case and you have a soundboard going, you know what I mean? You're talking like about a missing person and then you just like put the soundboard on. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Ekamil has the best ones, Brandy, though. But me and him both have the same reactions when we watch court trials. We're both very loud. I try not to be loud. I can't help it, though, when I hear something or see something. And then I have to go over to Ekamil's channel to see what he did. I'm like, I got to see his reaction. Oh, yeah, and Fur Baby Mom, is that your cat? Tell me that's your cat. Please tell me. Please tell me you own this cat that's dressed up with a bow tie, sitting like that. Because that's cute. My cat used to sit like that. My old cat when I was growing up. This guy's a clown. Yeah, he is. He raps too. If you don't know who this is, he raps. I was listening to one of his raps on another live and I was like, good lordy. Good lordy. Oh, Nashville native. Oh, wow. I think he was trying to recreate that serial killer that called into Howard Stern. He thought he'd get famous off a killer calling in. He needs serious help and move out of Tennessee. We got enough crazy. That's funny. And you're gorgeous, by the way. That's so funny. I want to actually come to Tennessee, but yeah, he does live there now. He's just a little guy. Did you see the pictures of him and Pascal? Did you guys see those? Oh my Lord. Pascal's like, I don't know how tall Pascal was. He could only be like 5'10", but he looked like he was giant. Yeah. Yeah, he does. Oh, that's what I was going to show you. So I was going to show you one more thing before we get off here. Don't forget, go subscribe over to Granny's Watching. Let me put her link in the chat. You won't regret it. You just won't. You won't regret it. If you like to watch a little bit of drama here and there and a little true crime here and there, go over there and subscribe. I watch her every morning when she's on. I do it while I watch her while I do my housework. Because I feel like I live in a hotel and I have to do all this stuff, weird stuff in the morning. I should take y'all along with me. I want to get like a GoPro and just smack one of them bad boys on me and all my dogs for the day. Oh, speaking of which, they're behind me, sleeping through the fireworks that were out earlier. And just see what we see, So when I typed in TREV, where is he at? Why is this one different? Oh, it's because I don't have... Okay, there it is. I'm like, where'd it go? Okay. So I just went on his social blade and yeah, he's down 100, 700 on Wednesday. Oops, I didn't take the comment down. Sorry. So yeah, 700 on Wednesday. That's a lot of people. I would probably throw up. I mean, it's not a lot for as many as he has, but it's a good chunk. Especially if those are his people that go and see him every live. Wouldn't that be fun, Debbie? I want to put a GoPro on Mia so bad, but you guys would probably just be viewing my butt the whole time. She's just up my butt. But she's my baby. I don't know if you can see them. Maybe if I take. Well, there's one. Oh, her eyes are open for once. You ready for your cookie? Yeah. She knows she gets a midnight snack. Oh, it's 12:30. Oh my gosh. I've been on here for 3 hours. Oh my gosh. And the other one, you can't see her, but oh. You look like you want a cookie too. I'll take a picture of it and I'll put it up real quick. I'll take a picture of her and me. They have the same bed. This is my older dog. And like, I love my dogs. I love my dogs. My dogs are the best. No one's got dogs like my dogs. Look at this dog. Oh, look at that baby sleeping. Let me show you. Oh my lordy. She's the best. Let me share my screen. She's sleeping so good. Oh man. And then I have a Weimaraner that she's the gray one. She's over here now. Her eyes are closed. We're gonna have to sneak in because Vincent's probably sleeping. But oh, you are, and you're wearing the bodysuit that you got from my boutique. And what was the other thing? In my red, white, and blue outfit tomorrow. Oh, I'm wearing a blue like little dress. I think I'm gonna wear it. If it fits, it better fit. I'm gonna squeeze into it. It better fit. I think I had it from vacation last time and I didn't wear it. 16 dogs. Oh my gosh. Dogs are the best. I walk these two fools 6 times a day because we live upstairs, like an apartment, like up on like a second floor. And they need their exercise. They're big dogs. And I'm just like, oh my Lord, if we ever get another dog, little dog next time. You should do the same way. Everywhere you go, he follows you. I bet Shih Tzus do. They do. They do. And they're so cute. My aunt used to have one. I grew up with around one. Oh, they're cute. They're really cute. Aw. Well, give your fur babies hugs for me. Make sure you guys, obviously tomorrow is the 4th of July. People are going to be out the fireworks probably tonight too. And the following day, whatever they don't get rid of on the 4th. So make sure your fur babies are okay because I don't want you guys losing a dog, it running away or anything like that. Speaking of dogs running away, my cousin had her daughter's sweet 16 birthday party, and they gave it a couple of like weed, THC or whatever gummies. And the dog, it was like a $2,000, $3,000 dog or something, a $4,000 dog, I think even. It was expensive. It was like Petland dog. And it was one of those little French bulldogs and it got lost in the woods. It was gone for like 3 days. It came back and it was perfectly fine. I was like, that dog was messed up. So if you do give your dogs gummies, make sure you don't give them too many. Oh, they're all getting adult. That's great. Oh, from Shoulders Abandoned. Oh man. That's how the brown one I just showed you guys. She grew up on the streets of Columbus. It's a city in Ohio for 3.5 years of her life. And then she went to the Humane Society, and then we found her there. We found her, and we adopted her, and now she sleeps in a donut bed when she has 2 of them, and she sleeps on the couch, in the bed, and she hangs out with me all day. She knows I will help her with anything in life. Like, seriously, this dog needs me in life. And I love that. You're a Labrador kind of girl. Me too. For some reason, I never get a dog that I say I'm going to get. I always say I'm going to get like a golden retriever or Labradoodle or, Weimaraner, pit boxer mix. They're my babies. They're my babies. But my cat's the biggest baby. But thank you guys for talking to me tonight at the end of the live. I appreciate it. It's always nice to talk to you guys at the end of the live and kind of just like not talk about what we were talking about, like TREV and that. Just like free the mind. But I guess he didn't he's going on an apology tour tonight, so he's crying, whining, whatever, But if you see him, don't look, I guess. I mean, if you want to, you can. You have a pit boxer mix too, Austin? They're the biggest babies. The pits are the biggest of babies. Biggest. Oh, Mary Beth, no, let me look. Oh my gosh. We were so busy on the live. I forgot to look and I said I was going to and I forgot. I didn't get it. Is it from yesterday? I'll have to look at it. I'll have to look through when I get off. I don't see it. You might have to resend it. Yeah, I don't see it. But I'll look by the name, but I don't think I got it. What did Melissa say? What happened? My daughter's boyfriend brought his dog to a party at a friend's house and they were popping off fireworks and ran off. And he later found her unalive by a vehicle. Oh, Melissa, that's so sad. Oh, that's so sad. That's so sad. My heart would be broken. My heart would be broken. I thought my cat died once. Quick story. I'm going to get off here. So I am. I was driving home. Saw a cat in the middle of the road. And I said, huh, kind of looked like Rocky. Just like in my head, just like kept driving. Turned in my driveway like quarter mile, not even a quarter mile, like eighth of a mile. Walk in. The first thing my mom says is Rocky got out. And I flipped and I was screaming in the middle of the grass, in the middle of our yard. My baby. If our neighbors would have came out, they would have thought that I lost a child, but they know that I don't have a child. But you know what I mean? They would have been like, she lost her baby. Like, I mean, that's how bad I was screaming. So my mom grabs a towel, blanket, and she's like, I'm going to get the cat. I'm going to go get him. He don't need to be on the road for someone just to, I'm going to go get him. She went into mom mode. She went into perfect mom mode. Like she didn't have a tear, but you could tell she wanted to. Went and got the cat. Put the cat in the garage, right? Cat's in the garage. I cry myself into sleep. I probably fall asleep at like 4 a.m., maybe at 5 a.m. It's about 6 a.m. and I hear my mom going, Tanya, wake up, Tanya. And I wake up. I'm like, well, what? She's like, I hear something out back. And I thought I saw a tail. Because we had like a part of our grass was like growing really high for some reason. It just kept going super high, except for the rest of the grass wasn't catching up with it. And I'm like, okay, so what's going on? Like with, so I go outside and I see like this little tail and I grab it and whatever it was, which I didn't know what it was at the time. I thought it could have been a skunk. It starts running, like trying to run and I have its tail and I'm like, oh, hell no. And so like I kind of pulled it back and I grabbed it. It was Rocky. And I like Lion Kinged him. I swear to you, I did. It was like so beautiful and magical. And it was like me and my mom were both crying and we were laughing and we were crying and we were laughing. And then my mom says, whose cat's in our garage? We had a cat in our garage. It wasn't our cat because our cat was in the backyard the whole time. Damn cat. Fenced in backyard. Whose cat? I don't know. I think we saved some little boy or little girl the trouble of finding their cat on the side of the road. That's what we think of it as. But of course, DM. Yeah, send it to my email. And thank you, Barbie. Thank you. They'll need him. The cat needs treats actually now. And he's got like this much if he gets too low. Thank you so much, Barbie. The cats, they really do. They get all the love. They're big babies. But thanks for talking to me about my dogs. Why would you grab a skunk's tail? I don't know. I thought it was my cat, but then I thought it was a skunk or something. I didn't know what it was. I was like, I'm just trying to take it because I couldn't see the rest of it because it was like all wood, like weedy. That's where my dad's garden was at one point. I don't know if it was like him up above saying, look at me with the grass because it would grow extra high. But yeah, our fur babies are our world. They are, Barbie. They really are. These girls are my everything. I'm a homebody. Like I stay at home. I have my online boutique and then I have, my YouTube. And so it's me and these girls all day. And so I talk to them all day long. Oh, crazy cat lady over here, tears in my eyes. Oh, I love my cat. Lisa, my cat's my world. I don't know why he has such a southern accent. That was a little weird. But yeah, they are fur baby. The fur babies are. My cat's my everything. A cat is like, that's my so he's 16. I think he's going to be 17 this December. I've got to double check that. But he's old as dirt. And he jumps. He jumps on our kitchen counter like he owns the place. And if it wasn't him and he wasn't that old and the dogs didn't bother him sometimes, I wouldn't let him. But he'll go flying over there and I'm like, there he goes. And he'll jump from counter to counter to get your attention. And I'm like, how do you have the hops like this at this age, buddy? But he does. He cool as a cucumber. Like, I mean, the cat's like, I don't know. I wish dogs and cats lived longer too, Garrett. It's hard. We lost a dog after a year and a half. She just was real sick and we didn't know. Or it was a heart attack. We don't know. She just went instantly. But that's why we got these. We got two at the same time. So it will be hard, especially when, one of our girls goes because the other one, that'd be sad. But my cat's my everything. He's old. I feel like I've had him for like 3 lives. Oh, one more thing before I get off here. I do have the Preston Lord FOIA. I finally got it. It's all they redacted a little bit of it, like the names and stuff, but it's very detailed. So we'll go over that sometime this week. We'll go over Idaho 4 sometime this week. We'll go over Sebastian Rogers sometime this week. What else do we got? Crystal Rogers is coming up. We'll do something with her case because I got that. I got all the paperwork for her case that just came out. The docket gave it to me. Such a nice person. Thank you for that. And what else? We have the Idaho podcast that we've been going over. And the next one, we got to watch that tomorrow because that one is Bryan Kohberger's friend is coming out that's never spoke before. So and we heard a little bit of it, like a teaser. So in our last live on Idaho 4, we listened to a podcast, or I think it was one before that actually. And they have a friend of Bryan Kohberger's that's never spoke and they did an interview with him. So we'll listen to that. That'll be good. If you're into the Idaho case, make sure you subscribe to the channel and all of that. But I will see you guys all tomorrow. I hope you guys have a great weekend or week. Actually, week. Is it really Thursday? Is it really Thursday? Y'all. It's 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. I was like, why is it Thursday? That's why. I was like, isn't it Wednesday? Okay. So it is Thursday, but it's the 4th of July. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Happy 4th of July. I was the first one to tell you guys. How about that? But I hope you guys all have a great, great, great day and a great night and a great day tomorrow. And don't forget, just be very careful with fireworks, drinking fireworks just in your hands and all that. So make sure you do it right. But I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Bye, guys.